Hello, people of the internet. Welcome to another episode of XFL. That's right, the X-Pound Fantasy League. I am, as always, your host, James Phoenix. With me is Risa Sonrisa. Do the thing.
Risa, sonrisa.
Better. Also with us is Jeff.
Hi.
Wearing a shirt for a guy that doesn't wrestle anymore.
I can't wear any of the other ones. None of them wrestled this week. So I'm kind of fucked.
Well, shit happens.
Yeah, either I have shirts for guys who didn't wrestle this week or guys who I don't have. So yeah, there's not much I can
I
wear.
wear shirts for guys I don't have. Who cares?
Well, like you, I like to be accurate.
I've been wearing this shirt since before I got AJ. Anyway, just down a little bit. There we go. Okay. There we go. All right. So, welcome to the usual. We're going to cover this past week, do our usual stuff. Raw, SmackDown 205. Lots of interesting things happening this week. So, let's dig into it. Application window, and let's open up and check the scores and where we stand here post Money in the Bank. Let me present to everyone. There we go. Okay. So, Risa, you're not gonna. Risa, did you watch the Money in the Bank video?
Did I watch the Money in the Bank video? Which one?
I said our score, our scoring XFL video that we did for Money in the Bank on Thursday.
Oh, not yet.
Okay, you're not gonna believe this. Look at this.
Oh my god.
You watching this?
Yeah.
I am winning by 1 point.
Oh my goodness.
1 point.
Well, you're gonna be winning by a whole hell of a lot more because I'm barely getting anything this week.
I am at 26-27. Jeff is 1 point behind me at 26-26. Tiff's shortly behind that at 21-76. About a 400 point gap or so. And then you're at 18-47, only about 300 points behind Tiff.
Okay. I gained some traction there.
You did, as we noted. You broke the all-time record for most points ever in a single event in this fantasy league at Money in the Bank with 512 points. Just in Money in the Bank.
Haciéndolo.
What?
I'm doing it.
Okay.
I gotta say some Spanish stuff, okay?
Well, you're welcome to, but just realize that we're not going to know what the hell you're saying if you do.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and check the leaderboards. So, still at the top of the leaderboards at 499 points is the WWE Champion Kofi Kingston.
He's gonna stay there today.
Yeah. Following that, the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley, who's at 302 points off of both a Women's Money in the Bank win and a SmackDown title win. The Abs of 205 Live and Cruiserweight Champion Tony Nese coming in third place at 285 off of his successful defense against Arya Daivari. Becky one belt. Still the Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch at 271 coming in fourth. The Universal Champion Seth freaking Rollins at 259 is fifth place. Followed directly behind his challenger at Money in the Bank, who failed to succeed, AJ Styles, 230.
He failed.
The Intercontinental, he did. He did not successfully win the title, but that's okay. It was still a great match. Finn Balor, the Intercontinental Champions, at 223. Followed by the big dog Roman Reigns at 222. Baron Corbin and the one and only Ricochet are in a tie for 207, rounding out the top 10. But if you discount that tie, then Shane O'Mac at 199 also makes it into the top 10. Hashtag best in the world. All right, so let's see what happened on Raw this week. Many fun things. That's the one thing I don't have. I don't have a recap up. That would help. .net. While I'm doing this, interesting big news, of course, AEW Double or Nothing happened last night. And a lot of interesting developments, including Bret the Hitman Hart showing up to present the new AEW Heavyweight Championship. Of course, Chris Jericho defeating Kenny Omega to earn a shot at that title. Hangman Page winning the Battle Royal to face Jericho for that title. And to round out the show in the main event segment, the debut of Jon Moxley, formerly known as Dean Ambrose.
Yep. And AEW also apparently, in surprise requirements, acquired Ty Dillinger and Awesome Kong, formerly known as Karma, formerly known as Awesome Kong.
Yep.
Also, in the post-event segment to the live crowd, Cody Rhodes quite clearly took a dig at Money in the Bank.
Did he now?
Because he thanked the crowd and stuff like that, and then he asked if the cleaner was all right to come out, because apparently he wrestled that entire main event with a broken nose.
Who?
Kenny Omega, the cleaner.
Oh, okay.
And some people are saying he had a concussion too. He seemed a little bit concussed, but he was otherwise okay. Just he couldn't stand too well. But then eventually, once he got up on his feet, he was all right. But I guess he was cleared to come out and talk to the people, so he came out and stuff like that. And and Cody actually goes, the cleaner Kenny Omega, who I might add wrestled an entire freaking match with a broken nose. Clearly a dig at WWE not allowing Samoa Joe to wrestle a single iota with a broken nose.
Yeah, pretty much. Fair enough. All right, let's kick off Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw, live from Albany, New York. Which, we should have known that. Might have gone up there, but fair enough. That's the only place I've seen Raw live. The one time I saw it was in Albany. But here we go. We open with a shot of the crowd, and we started off with Mr. Beast in the Bank, Brock Lesnar.
Fuck him.
Bam, 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 bam. There were many boos. Brock Lesnar came out, handed his briefcase over to Paulus. They walked down the ring. Got in there. We saw a replay of what happened at Money in the Bank. And Paul Heyman introduced himself. Did his usual shtick. Said he was the advocate for the Beast in the Bank, Brock Lesnar. Brock was smiling and laughing. And Heyman talked about how last week they saw Sami Zayn get into Money in the Bank. And somebody had a back route into the XL Center in Hartford, and that somehow, some way, someone beat up Sami Zayn, and somebody with the right connections made it so Lesnar could be the 8th man in the Money in the Bank ladder match. And Heyman claimed that that was a conspiracy theory. Heyman said that if you are Universal or WWE Champion, you should be paranoid, because you are now vulnerable to the greatest assassin in WWE history, who now literally has a contract to challenge for their titles.
At that point, Triple H's Music Kids comes down and fucking pedigrees him for daring to steal a shtick.
Yeah.
Because, let's be honest, Triple H is the only assassin in WWE.
And but Triple H is a cerebral assassin. Brock Lesnar is just an assassin.
Yeah, but assassin is in Triple H's title, so therefore, how dare Brock steal that title?
Yeah.
And also, Randy Orton is more of an assassin than Brock will ever be.
Okay.
Well, come on, RKO.
I guess.
Out of nowhere.
Fair enough. Anyway. Heyman said that every time the Universal Champion Seth Rollins steps into an arena, he has to be paranoid that Brock Lesnar could strike at any time. And Heyman said, my father taught me that just because you're paranoid doesn't mean the world, is against you. The bad news is that Brock Lesnar is against you. And he reiterated he can cash in the contract anytime on Seth Rollins. This led to Seth Rollins making his entrance, title around his waist. He got in the ring, and Lesnar held up the briefcase in his face. And Rollins said that, I beat AJ Styles in Money in the Bank, but I'm not in a good mood because I have to look at this. Brock Lesnar with a Money in the Bank briefcase. I'm here to inspire people, And I'm here to be somebody that Brock Lesnar wasn't. And that's a fighting champion. I beat you for the title at WrestleMania. And Lesnar and basically Rollins said, if you've got any balls, Lesnar, why don't you cash that in? Let's just do the match right here, right now, and not fuck around with this. The fans chanted yes, but Paul Heyman cut in and said that he didn't agree with that idea, and said that this is Brock Lesnar's game of anticipation. Shit-eating grin. Patient. Which means that you're going to have to wait until Brock Lesnar feels like cashing in the contract when and where he feels like it. No. But after all, Seth, you should be used to waiting. You should be used to waiting around for things. After all, you had to wait around 7 hours at WrestleMania for your girlfriend to main event the show. What, nobody's going to react to that? Okay, I thought that was a good burn. Fair enough. You guys fail. Still nothing?
Why would we say anything?
I don't know. Risa, if you're talking, we can't hear you. I see your lips moving, but I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry.
What were you saying?
Oh, I see what you mean, but yeah, I mean, she is main eventing the show, so at least that's a good thing.
It is, but that was just kind of the joke that, oh, Rollins, your girlfriend is main eventing the show and not you.
Yeah.
And
It's Heyman. He's a heel. He can make a sexist joke. Anyway.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean the same thing it used to. That's the thing. Is in today's society, that's not really a burn.
I know, but it's WWE. WWE's content is written based on the whims of a 75-year-old man.
75-year-old white man.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, Rollins got on Lesnar's face, and they had a stare down. But Heyman spoke up again and saying, well, now, don't be so hasty, Seth Rollins. Maybe it's not you Brock Lesnar wants to chase. Maybe Brock Lesnar wants a change of scenery. Maybe the match we're seeing is Brock Lesnar versus Kofi Kingston. It's a new day. Yes, it is. So Kofi came out with his title around his waist. Kingston jumped in the ring, grabbed the microphone, and went, "Wild card!" Now, Seth, I don't want to steal your luster, but I'm trying to establish my legacy as the WWE champion. And I want to be one of the best WWE champions of all time. To do that, I need to defend this title against the best there is. And, congratulations, congratulated Brock on winning the title and said, if you're going to cash that contract in tonight, why don't you cash it in on me? I want you to. Let's do this. And Heyman said that, see, this is exactly, how it should be. This is wonderful. Look at this. The Universal Champion Seth Rollins, the WWE Champion Kofi Kingston, out here auditioning for a match against Brock Lesnar. Now, you see, I have some inside info that neither of you gentlemen is done for the night. So I will take the opportunity to remind you that Brock Lesnar is going to be here all night as well. So to quote the old broadcast television networks from the day, or to paraphrase the old broadcast television networks from the day, stay tuned, because the beast is yet to come. Promote all those people. So promo to Bork late. Oh, he's at the bottom again. We're going to figure out that roster issue later. Bork Laser. Promo to Paulus. Promo to Seth freaking Rollins. 264. Promo to Kofi Kingston. Kofi. There we go. 504. All right. Following this, we cut to the backstage area where we see Mick Foley arriving, holding what appears a championship in a case over his shoulder. It was, of course, announced that he will be introducing a new title tonight. Foley walked through the back and was greeted by Kurt Hawkins, Zack Ryder, Titus O'Neil, Dana Brooke, and Drake Maverick. I'm not giving them any points for this because they're doing shit later, and this was like 2 seconds.
Fair.
Meanwhile, we cut to Sami Zayn, who we are informed has a match against Braun Strowman tonight. And Sami Zayn attempts to suck up to Bobby Lashley to enlist his assistance in dealing with Braun Strowman. But Bobby Lashley said that he was not interested and left Sami high and dry. Then they showed Strowman kind of just staring at a camera, looking and posing for a minute. So, promo to Sami. 29. All right. We then go to a commercial break, and we come back to Seth and Kofi walking in the back together. And they walked up to Triple H, who informed them that they were going to be teaming together tonight in a tag team match against Baron Corbin and Bobby Lashley.
Playa.
Braun Strowman, we then cut out to the ring, where Braun Strowman made his entrance.
Braun.
Should Seth and Kofi get a mini for being told they have a match tonight?
Is that all that was Triple H? Him saying, hey, you have a match, and then he walked off?
I think so. They might have said something to each other briefly, but I don't think it was much.
Nah,
fuck it. Braun comes out to a good pop. He'll be facing Bobby Lashley at the Super Showdown. And Cole hyped that it would be like WrestleMania. So let's see here. Sami Zayn came out, but then ran away before Braun Strowman could get his hands on him. So Braun Strowman chased him backstage. Sami Zayn ran up to Bobby Lashley and kind of tried to hide behind him and begged him for help, but Lashley didn't do anything. And Braun Strowman just grabbed Sami and dragged him, kicking and screaming back to the ring. When they got out there, Sami Zayn managed to shove Braun Strowman into a ring post a couple of times. But Strowman recovered, whipped Zayn into a barricade, threw him in the ring, threw Sami Zayn in the corner, went for a running maneuver, but Zayn moved and Strowman speared the ring post by mistake. The bell rang and Sami Zayn charged at Braun, but Braun hit him with a clothesline, threw him out of the ring, hit him with a running shoulder tackle, threw him back in the ring, hit him with a power slam, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, then.
So Sami got his ass kicked.
Yay?
So, yay. So, that's going to be, let's see. And technically, that's started before the match, so it's technically going to be a pre-match assault to Braun Strowman.
Ooh.
Technically, Zayn, too, because he shoved him into the barricade, into the ring post a couple times, so it's actually assault to both men. So then Sami Zayn will get the 4 for an assault and 5 for being in a match. There's 9 points to Sami Zayn. 8. And then Braun will get 4 for an assault. And then he will get 5 for being in a match. And he will get 3 moves for the clothesline, the shoulder tackle, and the power slam. 20 points for winning a match. Is 33 points to Braun. Braun. Okay. Following along, we cut to the back where Alexa Bliss is speaking to Nikki Cross backstage, but they didn't really say anything, so we're not going to count that for anything. We then go to a commercial, and we come back from the commercial to Lars Sullivan. Charlie Caruso attempts to interview him, introduces Lars Sullivan from SmackDown, and he's here as part of the wild card rule. Charlie Caruso showed a video package of Sullivan beating up a lot of people over the last 2 months. When the video was over, Lars Sullivan laughed at all the damage he had doled out, and when asked what his goals were in WWE, he went to respond only to be jumped by the Lucha House Party. Oh, sorry. Sorry, they didn't jump him. They made their way to the ring where he was standing for the interview. Sorry.
Okay.
The Lucha House Party surrounded the ring Shield style, and then got in the ring and began attacking him with, let's see. Kalisto went for the knee while Dorado and Metalik did a double drop kick. Kalisto then did a missile drop kick. They then kicked Sullivan out of the ring, but he landed on his feet. Kalisto jumped down into Sullivan's arms where he got caught, and Lars slammed him on the apron. Dorado and Metalik then did a double jump onto Lars and knocked him down. No, sorry. They knocked him down, but then he got back up, clothesline Dorado, shoulder tackle on Metalik, then picked up Dorado and hit a freak accident on him. He went for a powerbomb on Dorado, but he was pulled off and saved by Kalisto and Metalik. So basically, Lars gets an assault in one move for the freak accident. Is 5 points for him, puts him at 71. And then, let's see, we've got an assault to each of the three members of the Lucha House Party. They did each hit one move.
You're doing the thing again.
I know. It's fine. So they each get one move and assault. So therefore, 5 points to each member of the Lucha House Party. Listo, Lindsay Dorado goes to 89. And Grand Metalik goes to 86. You know, not that I miss him or anything, but I'm seeing the Lucha so much. What the hell happened to Sin Cara?
He sucks?
Well, yes, we know this, but I mean, they could have put him in the Lucha House Party and just had him be the beat slut in every match.
They could have.
Would at least given him something to do. Poor Hunico. Anyway, so following all of that, the announce team threw to a video package that put over the Rollins AJ title match. Ricochet made an entrance to a good pop. Went to a commercial break. Come back from the commercial break. We see highlights of Ricochet taking some damage in the Money in the Bank match. And we see that a promo from earlier today where Cesaro talks some shit to Ricochet, resulting in this match of Ricochet versus Cesaro. Given that he has now separated, I don't understand what's going on with Cesaro here. This is kind of weird. Because they gave him a new entrance video and a new theme song and a lot of green lights to go along with this brand new entrance, since he's no longer with Sheamus, because Sheamus has like a concussion and might have to retire.
Mm.
But his tights still said the bar on them. There were new tights to match his new Titantron, so it wasn't like it was his old tights either.
I don't know.
So that was weird. I don't know what happened there.
He is the bar. Maybe that's his gimmick, is that he's the bar.
Yeah, and he did still do the one thumb that he used to do, where he each did a thumb. He still did his bar thumb, his sideways thumb.
So maybe they're just transitioning that into his own private gimmick.
Maybe. I could see it.
Yeah, I'm so the bar that I've yet to actually win gold, aside from tag.
Yep. That's not true.
That's how low of a bar he is.
That's not true. He was a United States champion.
Okay, so the bar went up about half an inch.
I think he was U.S. champion once. Well, anyway, Ricochet and Cesaro had a match. Cesaro hit a big back body drop. Ricochet rolled out and was selling his injured back from the Money in the Bank match. Commentators noting Cesaro did not compete at Money in the Bank and was therefore very fresh for this match. Ricochet threw Cesaro into a ring post and then hit a moonsault off the turnbuckle onto Cesaro on the floor. Cesaro caught him off another attempted attack and slammed him onto the apron. After a commercial, Ricochet hit a jawbreaker, ran at Cesaro, landed on his shoulders, and then did a head scissor takedown. And then did a suicide dive. Back in the ring, Ricochet got up on top, jumped off, and Cesaro hit a forearm to the chest, then a backbreaker, then a Gotch-style neutralizer, and got the win.
Damn it.
So that's cool. So let's go to the match. Over here we go. All right. Yeah. Okay. So we'll start off with the loser, Ricochet, who gets 5 ring in the match and 2 moves, including a moonsault and the suicide dive. Here's a total of 7 points to Ricochet, the one and only. And and 5 for the pre-match promo from earlier in the day, by the way. There we go. And Cesaro gets 20 for winning the match, 5 for being in it, and 2 moves for the backbreaker and the Gotch-style neutralizer. For a total of 27 match points and 5 for the promo is 32 points to Cesaro. 42, 143. All right. Rolling on. We cut to the back where AJ Styles was interviewed by Charlie Caruso. And AJ said that it's back to square one, and he has a lot of hard work ahead of him, but he likes that. And said that he knows that he could beat Seth Rollins, but it didn't happen last night. And that there was no shame in losing to Rollins, and there's a reason why he is the Universal Champion. Baron Corbin then showed up. And by the way, this was my favorite moment of the night, by the way. AJ Styles is great. So Baron Corbin walked in and started talking shit to AJ Styles. And, remind you, AJ Styles, that, you can try to talk it up all you want, AJ, but the bottom line is you failed last night. And Styles reminded Corbin that he squandered his Money in the Bank contract and got fired as a general manager. And Corbin mentioned that, and basically this, and Corbin said, no, you know what? And Corbin said that, no, you know what the problem, what was a slap in the face? The fact that you got a title, the fact that I pinned Seth Rollins last week, 2 weeks ago. Well, you did not, and yet you got a title match, and I didn't. Basically saying that was I should have had, what's that?
Some shade in his direction.
Yeah, saying I should have got that was a slap in the face that you got the title shot and not me. And AJ's like, all right. You know what else is a slap in the face? Slap him in the face.
He's not wrong.
And Corbin then kind of looked at Styles and like, you'll pay for that one. And then walked away. I thought that was great. That was just a perfect setup. Like, also slap in the face. Bam! And I saw it coming about 2 seconds before it happened. Then I'm like, oh, nice.
AJ Styles, welcome to the mid-card.
Yeah, kind of. Even the best do mid-card sometimes. Jericho did it too. It happens. Like I said, he's probably going to simmer for a bit, and then he's probably going to call the club over from SmackDown or reform the club and turn heel, so. That would be different. Anyway, promo to Corbin and Styles. And 235. All right. Moving on. Roman Reigns, we went to the commercial break, and we saw Mick Foley talking to Kofi in the back real quick. Roman Reigns then came out to the ring, took out a promo. But before Roman could talk, Shane McMahon came out to the stage and said that he said that now I beat The Miz again in a cage match last night at Money in the Bank. So as of now, I am officially done with The Miz. Which frees me up to put all my new focus onto you, Roman Reigns. Because I look at you, Roman, and I can't forget the way you punched my father in the face. I mean, what kind of man hits another man's father like that? And Roman responded that, I hate spoiled rich kids. And said that, you know what, Shane, if you're done with The Miz, I'm done with Elias, so my schedule is open. Why don't you come down here and we'll do this? And Shane replied that one fluke victory doesn't prove anything in regards to Elias. And Reigns said that, well, he didn't see Elias anywhere, so Shane can try to come after Reigns right here tonight. And Shane is like, no, Roman, I'm not going to do that. You barely competed last night, whereas my body went through a brutal cage match. Do I look stupid to you? He asked the fans if they wanted to see the best in the world, Shane McMahon, go one-on-one with Roman Reigns, and they cheered and chanted yes. Shane took off his jacket and took about 5 steps down the ramp and was like, well, that's not happening. However, see, the thing is, because I do what all spoiled rich kids do, and that is what I want when I want. I'm the one in control around here, in case you forgot. So here's a demonstration of that control. Shane waved his hand backward, and out came Drew McIntyre. And now, Roman, I'm a fair man. I do accept your challenge for a match against me, but it will be on June 7th at the Super Showdown. And be prepared, because the last thing you'll be hearing at Super Showdown is the winner of the match, the best in the world, Shane McMahon. Roman replied that after Super Showdown, the only thing you're going to be saying is what everybody else around here says. I just got my ass kicked by Roman Reigns. Believe that. So, promos all around. Drew McIntyre gets a mini promo for standing there and not actually doing anything and just looking imposing. And then Roman, the big dog, is going to get a promo. And Shane O'Mac gets a promo. All right. So after this, we went to a commercial break. Oh, sorry. Before the commercial break, we see Lesnar and Heyman hanging out with the briefcase. We see Becky Lynch with her Raw Women's title. And we see the Usos come out to the ring for a tag team match scheduled to happen after the commercial. We have the commercial, and we come back from it to Shane and Drew, who are in the back. And Sarah Schreiber came up for an interview. But before she could say anything, The Miz walked up to them, so she left. And The Miz is like, so, you're done with me, huh? Because I'm not done with you. Drew McIntyre that got in The Miz's face and replied that, maybe you haven't figured this out, but if you have a problem with Shane McMahon, then you have a problem with Drew McIntyre. And Miz is like, all right, fine. When I'm done with you, I'm coming after Shane again. See you in the ring, McIntyre. So that's a promo to Drew. And a promo to Miz.
Did you say Becky Lynch was there too?
They just showed her holding her title for a minute. It was just a reminder that, hey, she's coming up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't give points for those.
Gotcha.
Anyway, who else was here? Drew McIntyre, that's right. What the hell was going on? 56. Okay. So we then went out to the ring where the Usos were out there. We saw replays of the Usos making fun of the Revival the last few weeks. The Revival then came out, and we had a tag team match play up. Pretty standard tag match between these two. Wilder attacked Jimmy from behind. Dawson tagged in, leg drop off the ropes. They basically tried to keep Jimmy isolated for a while. They got some 2 counts on him, hit him with some chops and some assaults. Jay finally managed to get a tag, and they kicked Dawson in the chest, and he went out of the ring. Then a double team clothesline on Wilder, and we broke for a commercial. Match came back in with Wilder working Jimmy over again. He broke free. Dawson got a tag in. Jimmy kicked him in the head. Jay got a tag, hit 2 clotheslines on Wilder and a Samoan drop. Then a Samoan drop on Dawson as well. Then a running hip attack on Dawson. Kick to Wilder. And Jay then hit a crossbody block off the top onto Wilder for a 2 count. Wilder went up top for nothing. Jay punched him. Dawson got a tag, and Wilder hit a powerbomb, followed by a top rope elbow drop from Dawson on Jay. Got a 2. Jay avoided a backslide. Jimmy tagged in. Double super kick for 2. Dash broke up the pin. Wilder knocked Jay off the apron, then hit a tornado DDT on Jay on the floor. Jimmy hit a suicide dive on him. They got back in the ring. Dawson tried to cradle him, but only got a 2. Jimmy came back with a super kick. Fans went off with a "This is awesome" chant because these are 2 excellent tag teams. Wilder then got back in the ring. Jimmy took him out. Dawson rolled up Jimmy from behind, where Dawson did that roll up where he's kind of sitting on top of him and is grabbing the tights so that he can't kick out. So cheap pinfall roll up by the Revival gets a win. So, all right. So the losers first. Jey Uso gets 5 points for being in the match and 4 moves, including a double team kick, a running hip attack, team super kick,
And
and
a team clothesline that you skipped.
Yeah, actually, because I took that out for Jimmy, I forgot to take it out for Jay. The clothesline's not a move. That was my bad.
But it's a team move.
Doesn't matter. It's not on their move list.
Oh, okay.
It has to be a move on their list to count. That's the rules.
Oh, then fix your scores then.
I am. Okay. So Jay gets 8 points. 9. And then we have Jimmy gets 5 for being in the match at 7 moves, including 2 kicks, team kick, a Samoan drop, a team super kick, a suicide dive, and another super kick. It's 12 points to Jimmy. Jimmy. Just not even doing the Jimmy tonight. What the hell?
Yeah, usually I hear an echo.
Yeah, clearly. Yo, Jeff, pay attention to the fucking show and stop watching TV. You're muted, you dumb shit. We can't hear you.
Sorry, I am paying attention to the show.
No, you're watching TV.
Though I'm actually staring into space, but okay.
Well, I can see the TV flashing in the background.
Doesn't mean I'm looking at it.
Yeah, okay. What do you think, Risa? Was he watching TV?
I believe him.
Okay, that's fair. Anyway, back to the Revival. They won the match. And Dash Wilder, I'm missing a plus sign there. Well, what the hell happened?
Wow, that's a lot of move points right there.
Yeah, what did I do here? Hang on. Whoa, jumping around. Oh, God. What happened?
Okay, so let's see.
You fucked up.
There we go.
5 plus 1 plus 20. Yeah, there you
There
go.
we go. Okay, anyway. So Dash Wilder, the loser of the match, gets, not the loser, but the not winning teammate, gets 15 points for being on the winning team, 5 for being in the match. He has 20 and 4 move points, which include Wilder, wrong guy, which include a team suplex and 3 for evading a super kick. Is a total of 24 points to Dash Wilder. 78. And then Scott Dawson, who won the match, gets 20 for winning, 5 for being in the match, and 1 move for the team suplex. Is 26 points to Scott Dawson. Becomes 76, and 6 is 82. Bada boom. Okay. So moving on. We cut backstage where Alexa Bliss was getting her makeup put on backstage. Nikki Cross showed up, and Alexa complained about how Nikki didn't win at Money in the Bank, even though Nikki said she appreciated Alexa letting her take the spot, and she had a good time in the match. Nikki did mention that she was close. She was on top of the briefcase and touched on top of the ladder and touched the briefcase. The Revival showed up to celebrate their victory and said that they should be on Alexa's talk show, but Alexa was not impressed, and they left.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. So Alexa and Nikki get a promo. All right. So next up, we go to a commercial break. And then we come back from the commercial break. We're really glad that you're our friend, and this is a friendship that will never, never end. The Firefly Funhouse. There wasn't much of a segment. They played more of the theme song this week. They showed random kids, and the creepy alternate masked Bray Wyatt was shown popping in and out saying, "Let me in," and that was about it. So, promo to Bray.
Ugh.
Why? Ugh.
Because it's like so creepy.
That's the point. He's meant to be creepy.
So,
Okay. Yeah, short segment that was pre-recorded because, Bray's not around this week because he and Georgia Wolferman had a baby. So congratulations to them. All right. Then it was time for a moment of bliss. Alexa made her entrance with Nikki Cross. And Alexa was in ring gear, stating that she came prepared this week because she didn't want to be caught in the same predicament as last week, where she had to wrestle in street clothes because the airline lost her luggage. And Nikki Cross sat down in the chair opposite Bliss, but then Bliss made her get up and stand behind her, and she introduced her guest, Becky One Belt. And she entered with her title, got a big pop from the crowd, sat down in the chair, and Alexa asked her how it felt to no longer be Becky Two Belts. However, before Becky could really respond, they were interrupted by the Iconics, who walked down and said that, "Oh, we can now refer to you as Becky One Belt." And they said that Becky was so sad. And they said, well, we still have our two belts that we won at WrestleMania. We still have two belts, but you don't.
Because you haven't defended them.
Yeah, pretty much. Except against jobbers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was annoying. Becky Lynch told them to shut their faces and pointed out that she defended her titles more than the Iconics have. She then threatened the Iconics and said she'll grab a random partner and she'll take their titles if they don't shut the hell up. Lacey Evans then came out to class up the joint. In her ring gear as well, saying, the reason Becky isn't Becky Two Belts anymore is because of me. Becky replied by mocking Lacey Evans' quote-unquote granny clothes and reminding her that she tapped out at Money in the Bank and couldn't get the job done. And she told her, see, the disadvantage you run into now, Lacey, is that now that I don't have the SmackDown Women's title on me on my other shoulder, I can focus on slapping you around here on Raw full time.
do it.
And and I could say I could set the heads off of all three of you right now, pointing to Lacey and the Iconics. And Nikki Cross spoke up saying, "Oh, Becky, if you need a partner, I'll be your partner." And she said, "All right." And the Iconics or Lacey, one of them pointed out that this number it's still a 2-on-3. Your numbers are still off. Mick kind of looked at Alexa and was like, "All right, she'll do." And Alexa's like, "Wait, what? I didn't agree to that." And it's all right. It's all right, honey. You just stand there in the corner and look pretty and let the man handle this. We'll be okay. So they marched and they got up and they marched themselves down to the ring, and Alexa Bliss brought her coffee with her. And we went to a commercial break. And we come back from the commercial break to a 6-woman tag team match player. Holla, holla. So we'll just add a promo to everybody at the end of the match scoring. And I told her that Alexa Bliss literally did not even get on the apron, just stood at ringside and drank her coffee. Most likely because I don't think she's cleared to wrestle.
Right.
So we had the match. Lynch wanted to start off with Evans, but Lacey Evans refused to tag in because she's a heel. So she beat up Peyton Royce for a while, then tagged Nikki Cross in, and Nikki Cross hit a running splash on Peyton Royce, then a bulldog, got a 2 off that. She then hit a cross body block off the top, got another 2. Billy Kay screamed at Nikki Cross, so Peyton Royce hit her in the back to knock her down, off the distraction. Lacey Evans had tagged in and kicked Cross a few times, then attacked her by the turnbuckle. Peyton Royce then applied an armbar on Nikki Cross after tagging back in. Alexa was still drinking her coffee. Peyton then whipped Nikki Cross into the turnbuckle, and Evans then tagged in and grabbed a chin lock on Nikki Cross while taunting Becky. Peyton then decked Nikki Cross with a forearm to the head, but missed a corner attack, and Becky managed to get a hot tag against Billie Kay, hit a jumping kick on her. Lacey Evans decided, fuck this, and left. Just walked up the ramp and decided, the hell with this, I'm not getting involved with Becky. So Becky proceeded to hit Billie Kay with a Beck Exploder, then a dropkick off the top. Then she kicked Peyton Royce off the apron, then hit a leg drop off the middle rope and got a pinfall off that. I guess that's a move now.
What?
Yeah. Got a middle rope leg drop going on.
Or that was just to show how shit the Iconics are.
Or that.
I would not give a point.
Well,
for
shit enough that shortly before this, it was noted that, when she went to do the, when she was going to go hit the, Billie Kay with the leg drop, you could audibly hear Becky Lynch tell her to move closer because she was too far away.
Wow. So, botch to her for being too far away?
It happens.
That's kind of an obvious one considering Becky pointed it out.
Yeah. All right, mini botch. It's a mini.
Yes, and I would say no point to Becky for the leg drop because it's not been established that that's actually a move.
Fair enough. Anyway. So, match results. No, actually, the leg drop is her move. It's a signature.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I pointed it. So I think she has two different leg drops that she does, if I recall correctly.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, let me, does this link work? Yeah, there we go. Let's see.
Of course it works. I put it in there.
That's true. Anyway, multiple leg drop variations, including multiple running leg drops with theatric, or in this case, the springboard leg drops, sometimes while performing a double jump.
Fair. I didn't know she had a springboard one. I knew she had the Samuel kiss. Yeah, she does that all the time, but
yeah, she has a springboard leg drop. So
fair.
Oh, there you go. Anyway. Indeed. Back over to match results. Okay. So we'll start off with the losers. The Iconics each get 5 points for showing up and being annoying as fuck.
Yeah. And one of them gets a -3 for botching a move.
Yeah, that would be Billie Kay, so we'll -3 off of that, which is 198. Which is 199. Puts her at 98.
Lacey Evans gets 5 points for ditching halfway through the match.
Well, we're gonna get to that. Hang on. Peyton Royce is gonna get 5. Oh, actually, and Billie Kay gets the promo. Let's not forget the promo points. I forgot the promo points. Oh, that does put her back at 103. All right, and then Peyton Royce gets 5 for the match and 5 for the promo is 10 points to her. It's for 119. And then Lacey Evans is going to get 5 points for being in the match. And she's going to get 1 point for noted an attack against the turnbuckle. So I'm going to assume that was one of her 2 handstand corner attacks. Either the handstand dropkick or the handstand Bronco Buster.
Okay.
So I'm making the assumption that that was that move. So therefore, Lacey Evans gets 6 points. Plus the promo is 11 points to Lacey. All right. And then we're going to do, let's see here. The faces. We'll start off with Alexa Bliss, who gets 20 points for standing there and drinking coffee.
Yum.
Who?
We then have Nikki Cross, who's going to get 15 points for being on the winning team. 5 for being in the match is 20. And 3 moves from Nikki Cross, which include a running splash, a cross... wait, oh, it's only 2. Sorry. That should be 2 and not 3. I can't count.
You're screwing me out of points.
Sorry, it's supposed to be 2 moves, not 3. I fucked up.
Fuck you, I need the points.
Well, fuck you. She gets 22 points for Nikki Cross. 94. And lastly, of course, we have Becky One Belt, who's going to get a total of 29 points, 20 for being in the match, 5 for compete. Oh, hang on. Nikki Cross needs the promo. I forgot the promo again. Damn it.
Woohoo.
So 99. And Becky Two Belts is going to get herself 20 points for the match, 5 for being in it is 25, 5 for the promo is 30, and then 4 moves, which include a kick, a jumping kick, a exploder suplex, and the leg drop. Is a grand total of 34 points to Becky One Belt. Which is going to put her at 305. And second place, by the way.
You need to give Alexa Bliss 5 more points because it was her promo segment.
Okay.
Because it was the moment of bliss.
It was. Fair enough. Moving on in the program.
How dare you forget to give the host of the entire promo segment her promo points?
Sorry. Mick Foley was backstage with the new title and the case on his shoulder, and he was greeted by more people, including EC3, No Way Jose, Mojo Rawley, and Naomi.
A part of the roster that doesn't matter.
Yeah. Although Naomi's presence should raise an interesting point, Mick Foley specified this new title that all superstars are qualified, which means women can win that title too.
Yeah, but is it gender locked, or can a man fight a woman and pin a woman for the title?
I would assume anybody can pin anybody, I would think.
How is this okay with Fox?
Like I said, it's okay as long as nobody is directly attacking the woman. So if a woman is standing there with the title that just gets rolled up from behind and pinned, it's not really an assault on a woman.
That's bullshit.
I know.
We're here to see wrestling, not PC bullshit.
Yeah.
How dare you portray the fact that women can't actually fight men? What the fuck? That's kind of an affront to our armed forces. Go fuck yourself.
Well, you're watching the wrong company if they're pissed off about that. But also, I make the point that the problem is in today's Me Too society, you cannot have women getting attacked by men. It's just not acceptable.
And the army says, go fuck yourself.
Strong women can certainly be in the army and fight for our country. Nobody's saying they can't. But there's a difference between fighting actual enemies on the battlefield with guns and shit and getting assaulted, and a woman getting assaulted by a man that is 3 times her size and is like 6.5 feet tall and weighs 300 pounds.
In a sports competition? Come on.
Yeah, but
Jesus Christ. Fucking snowflakes.
Yeah, but it's a sports competition, but it's not very sportingly if, say, you hit them with a chair and then slam them on a concrete floor. That's not really a sport.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mick Foley came out to the ring to announce the new championship here in the WWE.
Boo.
Mick Foley got a good ovation and a cheap pop. And he said that, now, I've been seeing a problem here on Monday nights recently, and that's that they're not really Raw anymore. We need to make Monday nights Raw again.
By not making Monday night Raw at all. Good job, man.
And he said that
failed. You had one job and you have failed this city.
A championship titles need to be something that you covet, that you love, that you will sacrifice anything for, because that's how you become a legend.
Tell that to Vince McMahon.
Having a title, wearing a title in this company can consume you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Therefore, Mick Foley introduced the newest championship in the WWE, the 24/7 title.
Also, the ugliest championship in the WWE. Because, God, is that thing gaudy and ugly as hell.
I disagree. I think it's a nice belt.
I don't like that belt.
It's the Tommy Oliver belt. Although, hilarious though, I did see a YouTube video on one of the channels. I didn't get to watch the video, but I got a notification that it existed of one of the YouTube channels that I check out footage from the game on, showing off the wide array of amazing looking 24/7 titles that have been made in 2K19 already.
Of course.
That are better than that one.
Of course. Yeah, because this one is shit.
Doesn't say it didn't take much.
I like it. I think it's cool. I like that the face looks like a. I like the face looks like a clock.
Also, Vince,
I
the
do like
last
that.
time you did a 24/7 hardcore title, it didn't last very long because it was fucking stupid. The last time it was dumb. This is even stupider because this isn't even fucking TV-14. This is PG.
I think it's a good idea, if only because it gives the fucking undercard something to do. You know, you got all these guys, like all the guys that Mick Foley's walked past so far tonight, who sit around week in and week out and don't do anything unless they need somebody to get jobbed out or there's a battle royal. This gives the guys something to do for maybe 10 minutes on a Raw each week and maybe 10 minutes on a SmackDown. Good, get them some airtime. Let them do something. I
You know
support
what?
it.
Vince could actually use his talent for once.
Yeah, that's not going to happen, and that's actually not Vince's fault for once.
How so? He's the one that makes all those decisions of who gets wrestled and who gets pushed.
Yeah, yes, except here's the difference. There's only so much airtime for talent, and he was basically just bullied by USA and Fox into instituting this wild card rule because they both wanted the top guys. So with all the top guys on both shows now, less time for the undercard. This is a way to help make up for that by allowing like 6, 7, 8 dudes to show up in a segment every week and have it make sense and be somewhat entertaining. You can't tell me it won't be entertaining every week to see things like R-Truth fighting a clever way to win the title by chasing off a bunch of guys and then having a referee hiding in a car.
I like that.
Yeah,
It's fun.
I still think it's stupid.
Well, that is your prerogative. Anyway, the title was revealed. Not much of a reaction to it, but it was there.
Yeah, because everyone thinks it's fucking stupid.
So Mick Foley explained the title would be defended anywhere at any time as long as a referee is present.
Can we get an airport brawl?
That'd be nice.
Because I assume the referees travel with everybody else. Ergo, a referee would be present at an airport.
Yep.
I want to see a baggage claim match.
That'd be interesting. I want to see the referee from that clip you showed me take the title by counting his own pinfall.
Yes, actually. You know what I want to see? I want to see him do that, but I want to see him be like, "Fuck this!" Pull the shirt off and toss it to the cameraman, super kick, and the cameraman counts to 3.
That'd be funny. He's the biggest guy. He tries to pin the title. He's looking around like, "What do I do?" Pulls the shirt off. Camera just pans over. There's just random AJ Styles, throws in the shirt. Anyway, so Mick Foley explained how
AJ Styles is his personal ref.
Yeah. Anyway, so Mick Foley explained the deal. Number one, he explained that this title will be available to all superstars. You know, you're maybe wondering, will all superstars on Raw be eligible for this title? And the answer is no. The title of the superstars, this title will be eligible for all superstars on Raw, on SmackDown Live, on 205 Live roster, on NXT, NXT UK, and who knows, you might even see a legend or two coming in to go for this title.
Is he hinting that he wants the title?
I don't know. But anyway, Foley explained that's how this is going to work. It said, I'm going to lay this championship here in the center of this ring. I'm going to vacate the ring. The bell is going to ring. And the first person to come out and get their hands on the title will be crowned the inaugural champion.
You know what I'd love?
Why?
Since any superstar can do this, I would love to see the grand return of Nicholas.
That'd be interesting.
Like Braun just comes out of nowhere, whoever has the title, grabs him, power slams him, and then Nicholas walks out from behind him and pins him.
There you go. In all fairness, I'm gonna say I kind of want to see how ridiculous they can make this, because I'm hoping if they're gonna take inspiration for something. Because when I was looking this up, I found about other titles that have 24/7 rules.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to make this work like the now what was the name of that title exactly? And that, let me see here. Yeah, I want to make it look. I want them to run it like the Iron Man Heavy Metalweight Championship.
Okay.
Which is a championship that is owned by the DDT Pro Wrestling promotion.
Okay.
Which is a Japanese promotion. Stands for Dramatic Dream Team. It's based in Shinjuku, Tokyo.
Okay.
And I love the insane things they've done with that title that I was reading about.
Okay.
And a variety of interesting things have happened in regards to the title. The title is, and sometimes it's been won by other means. It has a 24/7 rule, but there's a lot of other things.
Okay.
It's also available to unconventional champions, with past champions including children, animals, and inanimate objects.
What?
The title is typically defended at their events in a 10-minute battle royal match, with the current holder not being allowed to leave the match until the end of the time limit. So basically, it's a 10-minute battle royal, but it operates under championship scramble rules.
Okay.
And the champion holder cannot leave the match until the end of the time limit, and the title can change hands during and not only as a result of the match. And it's interesting, the record for the most reigns is held by Shinobu, who won it 216 times.
Jesus.
Including by trading the title back and forth with 215-time champion Yuko Miyamoto, a total of 303 times on the same night.
Wow.
And I just love the 1,000th Iron Man heavy middleweight champion was crowned on April 29th of 2014, when the title belt itself became champion by pinning Sanshiro Takagi.
What?
Sanshiro Takagi got knocked out while holding the title. He fell down. The title landed on top of him, and the referee just shrugged and was like, okay, and counted the pinfall. So the belt itself became champion very briefly. That's the kind of shit. That's the kind of shit you can do to make a 24/7 title entertaining. They can do this.
That'd be interesting. I'd want to see like the 24/7 champion go to like 205 Live and have it turn out that like the match moves out to the ring or something, and then you just as they get into the ring, and someone like the one guy knocks the other guy down, and they're about to go for the pin. You just hear from the commentator's table, "Give me a moment, gentlemen," and you just hear someone take that headset off, and you see Aiden English slide into the ring.
There you go.
And he waits for the 1, 2, 3, and then grabs the guy who just won. Boom! Knocks him out. 1, 2, 3. Grabs the title. Walks back to the desk.
That would be great.
And they just give him the. So he's like, "What? I'm still a superstar."
Perfect. I like it. That's the kind of thing, if you put that title on the show, that's the kind of thing Mike Kanellis would go after. Give him something to do.
It would be beneath Mike Kanellis. He's a fucking narcissist.
Fair enough. That's true. Then again, so was Lex Luger. Didn't stop him from doing stupid shit.
Yeah. Although I think it would also be interesting if that went to a 205 Live and Drake Maverick won the title on his own show.
That'd be cool. I like that. Yeah, they could do a lot of fun and interesting things with this being on all the different shows. So it could be really cool. So I think there's a lot of possibility with this, with all the insane things they can do. I like it.
Now, here's the question. Are we going to start watching NXT and NXT UK because of this title?
Not really, because if defenses are announced, if it's people that are on our roster and they win it, then we can just award them the title win points and maybe an assault to somebody that, if they did it. That's really all we need to worry about. So, because there's no official matches for this thing.
That's true.
So we don't really need to worry about most of it. We can just keep tab on results. And, presumably if the title changes hands on NXT or something, they're gonna mention that with a throwback clip on Raw or SmackDown, so we're gonna know about it.
Right. So if someone who's not on the main roster wins it and starts showing up on all the different main roster programs, are we going to start scoring them and add them to the roster or not?
It depends on whether that constitutes a full main roster debut. We'll have to play it by ear.
Probably not. Not if it's just for that championship.
Yeah, so we'll have to play it by ear. Let's see. Notable champions. Let's see. As of May 2018, there have been 1,300 title changes for this belt. Let's see. The title has been held by a Yakton, a monkey, Kokolo, a miniature dachshund dog, and Bunny, a cat. Let's see. The title has been held by a ladder that fell on a dude. It's been held by a stuffed Hello Kitty doll, another stuffed doll that defeated the Hello Kitty doll, a baseball bat after being broken in half as a KO decision. I'm sorry, the baseball bat lost the belt when it got broken in half because it was ruled a KO. A chicken doll, a stuffed Jun Kasai doll, a Pro Wrestling Wave poster, a Big Japan Pro Wrestling ring truck, an ice ribbon ringside mat, a pint of beer, a stick of yakitori. That's skewered chicken, if you don't know. A steel chair, Komyo, a painting by Akihiro Miwa, the belt itself, Akihiro, another inflatable love doll, Yoshihiko, the current champion, an inflatable love doll, and the supposed brother of Akihiro, which is the current champion, by the way. Wrestlers treated as if it was an actually active wrestler and actually sell moves done by him or her, mostly high-flying moves. So that's hilarious.
Dude, I would want them to institute that kind of rule that anything and anyone can win that. If only because what I would want to see is I would want to see the return of Al Snow, and I would want him to win the title, and then I'd want Head to turn heel on him.
That'd be great.
And then after Head wins it, Head's like celebrating, and then he gets whacked in the back by Moppy.
Nice. What else we got here? Apparently the title was at one point held by Vince McMahon's Hollywood Walk of Fame star.
Ha!
A bus, a TV Tokyo camera, a pork bun, a kotatsu table, a trash bin, a pair of chopsticks, and a printed email.
Is Vince going to give himself this title belt?
I was just wondering that.
Wouldn't put it past the guy. It's also been held by Arnold Skeskajanker, an invisible wrestler. The opponents sell the moves of the invisible wrestler in the ring. The wrestlers referees act as if they could see and pin the invisible wrestler. Muscle Sakai won the title from the invisible wrestler by using a ray gun and infrared visor to shoot the invisible wrestler, winning the belt on a KO decision.
Okay, then.
I love this. There have also been collective champions. At one point, the title was held by 3 elementary school girls. At one point, it was collectively held by the Addiction, Christopher Daniels, and Frankie Kazarian.
Okay, then.
At one point, it was held by the entire audience of Beyond Wrestling's American Rana 16 event.
How does that work?
I don't know, but that happened. And of course, it was at one point held by the Young Bucks.
Of course it was.
So that's interesting. Gotta love it.
Am I the only one who wants in his debut for Dominic to win this title?
That'd be interesting. I could see that.
And that way, Mysterio and Mysterio Jr. get to walk to the ring in like double belts.
That'd be cool.
Both I and my son are WWE champions. What's up now?
Yep. Anyway, so the bell rang, and superstars who Mick Foley noted he had lined up prior to the match, ready to go out, told them to line up and get ready. And a bunch of people ran to the ring, including EC3, Mojo Rawley, Eric Young, Cedric Alexander, Gallows and Anderson, No Way Jose, Drake Maverick, and Titus O'Neil.
Wow, I finally get Eric Young points. Jesus Christ, took long enough.
Yeah. So all these men came out and beat each other up trying to get the belt. At one point, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson laid hands on it simultaneously and then started trying to pull it away from each other, but then they both got attacked, and neither of them got to hold on to it. And then eventually Drake Maverick got in the ring to try to get the title, but Titus O'Neil picked Drake Maverick up and threw him out of the ring. And Titus picked up the belt to become your inaugural 24/7 champion.
Wait, you didn't even have to pin someone? You just had to get the belt?
That was Mick Foley's ruling. He said whoever gets the belt first becomes inaugural champion.
Wow.
So Titus O'Neil won the championship to open things up.
I think it would have been hilarious if, while they're brawling, you just see Hornswoggle crawl out from under the ring, just grab the belt, and go back under the ring.
That was it. You could have Hornswoggle show up and become the champion for a while. You could do that. That's what's great about this belt. Anything can happen. So anyway, Titus O'Neil won the belt headed himself up the ramp and paused on the stage to pose with the belt, which turned out to be a fatal mistake because he was then hit with a forearm to the back of the head and was rolled up by Ravishing Robert Roode. The roll-up of death, pinning Titus O'Neil with the referee he brought with him to become the new 24/7 champion.
We lost Risa.
No.
I'm here.
Okay. Why is you no camera?
I'll turn it on in a second.
Okay. So that happened.
Points.
Yeah, so given that there's no official match, there's just going to be assault points to everybody that was involved.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be mentioned for the benefit. Jeff and I discussed this. Reese, if you were, or if Tiff, if you're watching this and you have any concerns about this, we can certainly discuss it. But Jeff and I came up with the idea that what we're going to do is we are going to award. Given that this is defended not in any official matches and there's really no such thing as a retention, what we're going to do is anytime anything like with this match happens, it will be assault points. And anytime the title is won by somebody, it will be 20 points.
Oh, interesting.
And then, of course, points for any weapon use and moves.
Right, exactly. So this way, because there's no real bell ringing, there's no real beginning or ending to the match, it's 24/7. So there'll be points for the title win, which we're going to make 20 because it's going to change hands a lot. We didn't want to give it any more than that for fear that it was going to drastically skew scores.
Yeah, 20 is going to be a lot. And also,
Yeah, that's fine. So 20 points for winning the belt. And then there's really no retention points because you can't retain it. Your retaining is running away. So basically not going to worry about that. So it'll just be assault moves and weapons, and then 20 points if you happen to win the belt.
sounds good.
And it's all written on the score sheet, so feel free to refer to that if you have questions.
It is on there. Okay. So let's give points to some people for being in this thing.
So assault to everybody in the ring.
Yeah, so we got...
promo to Mick Foley. Oh, wait, Mick Foley's not on the roster.
Nope.
Spiritual promo points to Mick
exactly. All right, so we're going to give...
Throw Mick Foley at the bottom and give him the points anyway, just in case he decides to take the belt himself.
All right, I'll make a note of it.
Since he teased that, we might as well put that down there. Especially since, he's successfully undergone his surgery and he's perfectly fucking fine and in better shape than he's been in years now.
Mm-hmm.
I could see the grand return of the hardcore legend and be like, well, it's a hardcore belt that I brought to the company. Fuck it, I'm taking the belt.
Maybe there's some craziness and the belt will end up getting taken by Goldberg at the Super Showdown and he'll defend it against The Undertaker.
Ha. And then we'll never see the belt again because Taker doesn't fucking do anything.
Yeah. Well, that's just it. They could do they could have, Goldberg win the match and they get just how, or better yet, what you do is, yeah, I don't know.
You know what I'd love?
What?
I'd love if Bray Wyatt took it, and then on the week after he takes it, the Firefly Funhouse starts up, and you see the belt in the Firefly Funhouse, and Bray's just like, well, looky what I found. If you want it, you know where it is.
That would be a great way to get him over. I would love that. Do that. That'd be great.
So, if anyone wants the title, they have to actually invade the Firefly Funhouse to find Bray Wyatt.
That'd be great.
Oh, that would be pretty cool.
I would love that. All right. Anyway, so points to people that were here. They already do points for some people? What did I do? Whoa, what the hell was that? All right, that
you
did
were
Mick
about
Foley.
to do points for Mick.
All right, I did to make points. All right, so points to EC3 was here. He gets assault. And Eric Young was here. He gets 4 for assault. Let me see. Where's that little recap thing? Who else was out here? Mojo Rawley and Cedric Alexander were here. You're real glad you came to the main roster now, aren't you, Cedric?
You say that like he had a choice.
I know, but...
If he had a choice, he probably would have stayed on 205 Live.
Anyway, who did I miss? Oh, yeah, Mojo Rawley.
DM the GM.
Yep, Drake Maverick was there.
By the way, Drake, you're not my boss anymore.
Yep. See, what would be? See, I think what they could do that would be great. Have Drake Maverick win. Have Drake Maverick win the belt, and then have the idea be that anybody that wants to win the 24/7 title off of Drake Maverick has to go through the AOP.
Which is easy because AOP is one man right now.
Well, that's what I mean. Once the other man comes back.
Yeah, but that wouldn't work because the AOP would just turn around, slam Drake Maverick, and take the belt for themselves.
Maybe.
You think they care about Drake Maverick?
Yeah. Anyway, excuse me. Let's see who else was out here. Gallows and Anderson were here. Anderson gets 4 points. And Big Luke Gallows gets 4 points. Okay. just No Way Jose was here.
Actually, I have an even better idea based on what you just said.
Okay.
Paul Heyman wins the title, and if they want it, they have to go through Brock Lesnar.
That would work too. I can see that. Brock assaults a dude, Paul just pins him. That would work.
Because Brock doesn't give a shit. He's going after the world title.
True.
Or Brock just wins it because he can.
Yeah, he would do that. If I thought there was any hope in hell that Dana and Vince would get along and try it, I would say if Brock wins it, then go loses it in a UFC cage fight. Because cage fights don't have regular pinfalls in them, so it could be that Brock's shoulders were on the map for a few seconds and he loses the title, but still wins the fight.
Yeah.
And of course, your new champion, Titus O'Neil, to start off with. Your inaugural champion. 4 for the assault and 20 points. For winning it, it's 24 points to him. And then 20 points to your next champion, Ravishing Robert Roode. I'm at 80. All right.
Actually, if they were going to do that, I know exactly who I would have take the title from Brock if they were going to do it in a UFC cage fight.
Okay.
So Brock goes in and gets in, does his fight, whatever. And so after the fight, he's all recovering from it. All of a sudden, he just gets assaulted from behind, knocked down, ankle lock, submission, and the guy stands up, and it's Ken Shamrock.
Ah, yes.
It's like, and that's like he officially announces, "Guess who's back in WWE? I'm in the zone," and walks out.
That'd be great. No, he's gonna do it in a cage fight. That's where he gets put to sleep and CM Punk announces his return.
Yeah, that would never happen. CM Punk hates WWE.
That is true. You think he'll sign with AEW?
No, if he didn't show up for any of their shit by now, probably not. Well, he might if he decides to come back to wrestling, but technically he has come back to wrestling, just not really super professional wrestling.
So anyway, after a commercial break, we cut back and we see Robert Roode is hiding backstage as an army of pretty much the dudes that were out in the ring before go running by looking for Robert Roode. And I do like the point that Kent made here. That whole we're supposed to suspend some of the logic as we're watching this.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, so a bunch of wrestlers ran by without seeing Robert Roode. I guess they can't notice the camera guy filming where Robert Roode is.
Nah.
Okay. I'm not going to give points to people running through a backstage area. We're not doing that.
No.
So moving on, we go to the ring for The Miz versus Drew McIntyre with Shane McMahon in his corner. And McIntyre opened up aggressively. They end up leaving the ring, and then Miz took control and rammed McIntyre's leg into the barricade. Back in the ring, he kicked him in the face twice and then hit his running corner clothesline. McIntyre caught Miz and tossed him across the ring. Then picked up Miz with a suplex, got a 2 count. Then teased a suplex from the apron onto the floor. That didn't happen. Miz then tried a sunset flip off the apron, but McIntyre punched him in the face. So Miz tripped up McIntyre on the apron. McIntyre then dropped Miz on the barricade and then hit Miz with a forearm to knock him into the crowd. McIntyre then hit a suplex on the floor, which led to a commercial break. Somehow they weren't counted out yet. The match return of the Miz making the comeback with some Miz kicks. The world-famous It kicks, of course. Followed by double knees 2 times. Then threw McIntyre shoulder first into a ring post. Then another corner clothesline. Then a double axe handle, got a 2. Then a head scissors takeover. McIntyre came back with his reverse Alabama slammer. Sent Miz crashing to the mat and got a 2 off it. Miz came back and worked the left knee of McIntyre. Drove the leg into his shoulder. And then applied the figure 4 leg lock. But Drew managed to kick Miz away on that before he could lock it in. Shane then threw a punch at Miz from outside the ring. And McIntyre then hit a spine buster into a pin for a 2. Miz avoided the Claymore kick, and Miz then applied the figure 4 again, but McIntyre repeatedly threw chops at Miz from the ground in position to break the hold. Miz then threw McIntyre out of the ring, and then hit him with a kick that knocked him down. Miz then attempted to attack Shane, so Shane jumped into the crowd and ran like a scalded dog, or at least started to. Miz then threw Drew back into the ring. And while the ref was looking at Drew McIntyre to make sure he was okay, Shane hit Miz at the back of the head with a forearm. McIntyre then hit Miz with a Claymore kick and got the win. So McIntyre with a big win there. And after the match was over, Shane told The Miz that he had something more for him, and McIntyre set up Miz against the turnbuckle while Shane went up for the coast-to-coast. However, before he could do the maneuver, Roman Reigns ran down to the ring, hit McIntyre with a Superman punch. Shane then actually ran like a scalded dog.
Yeah.
Shane and Drew got the hell out of there as Reigns then helped The Miz back up to his feet.
So they're building up to Shane or Miz and Roman versus Shane and Drew.
That'll probably be next week's match. Anyway. All right, so let's see here. So, match. So we'll start off with Shane McMahon gets 5 for a couple of minutes, 6 for interference. It's 11 points to Shane. And then we got The Miz. Gets 5 points for being in the match and 12 moves, including 2 quarter clotheslines, 2 instances of the it kicks, 2 double knees, a double axe handle, the figure 4, evading a Claymore kick, and another figure 4. That's only 9. Where did 12 come from?
You can't count.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17. Oh, it is 17. What the hell did I do?
You can't count.
Apparently I can't count. Although, well, no, I'm going to just count 1 figure 4 because it didn't get locked in. McIntyre countered it in the process of being locked in. So McIntyre still gets the escape, but the move doesn't count as being applied because he didn't get it locked in.
All right, fair.
Fair.
So that's going to be 16 points to The Miz.
Okay.
Miz.
I can't count McIntyre's points, though, I don't think.
What's that?
I can't count McIntyre's points, though, I don't think.
Why not?
I don't know. I did something wrong, I think.
Oh, let's see. McIntyre gets 20 for winning, 5 for being in the match is 25, and then 16 moves. It includes 2 superplexes, an escape of the figure 4, a spine buster, another escape of the figure 4, and a Claymore kick. That should be 10. You counted Shane's interference to his points. That was a problem.
I know. Sorry. 35.
35 points to Drew Mac. Yeah, 76 and 5 is 181. Then post-match. Let's see. Post-match. They threw McIntyre set Miz up in the corner. It wasn't really an assault. And the move, the Coast didn't get hit. So really, it's just Reigns gets a Superman point. Superman punch point. Okay. Rolling on. We cut to Bobby Lashley and Baron Corbin talking in the back. Robert Roode came running through, bumped into them, apologized, and then kept running. All the other wrestlers then came through chasing after them. And then Drake Maverick came after them.
Cue the Benny Hill theme music.
Pretty much. Again, I'm not giving points for any of that. We then cut to Kofi and Seth, who got interviewed by Charlie Caruso. Kofi said that they are ready, and Rollins said that nobody likes Lashley or Corbin. And even though they know Lesnar is lurking, Kofi said that he worked so hard to get WWE champion, so not only is he ready for Suplex City, he's ready to survive it as the WWE champion. So Kofi and Seth get promos. Yes.
Kofi missed a perfect promo opportunity here.
Did he?
Yeah. He's like, he should have said something like, I'm not scared of Brock Lesnar. I'm gonna stroll right into the burnt ash remains of Suplex City and cover it with pancakes and maple syrup.
Okay, then.
Because, Seth Rollins already burned it to the ground.
Right. Anyway, we had a commercial break, and then we had a recap of events from Money in the Bank, and then Samoa Joe did a cell phone promo wearing a nose bandage.
Gotta sell that broken nose.
Yep. And now, I was not beaten for my United States Championship because my shoulders were not on the mat. Now, Rey Mysterio, one thing I know about you is that you are an honorable man and a caring and loving father with a reputation that spans the globe. I know you, Rey. And so I'm going to give you the opportunity to do the right thing by handing me back my United States Championship, because I know a man like you would not want to win a title on a technicality. I want you to be a man that could be an example to your son Dominic. And I don't really basically threaten. If you don't, you're not going to like what happens to you, basically. So, promo to Joe. Yeah. The interesting thing about that is that may actually happen.
Oh?
They may choose to get Rey over by having him hand Joe back the title, saying that, "No, I am an honorable man. You're absolutely right. So I am going to give you back this title."
And then beat him for said title.
No.
You don't think they would have a rematch?
Yeah, not only did Joe's nose break, Rey's shoulder got separated.
Ooh.
He ain't wrestling for a while.
That sucks.
Yeah. We don't know how long he's going to be out for that yet. But given Joe cut that promo, they may decide to get Rey over as the face by having him actually hand Joe back the title, saying, "You're absolutely right. I'm not going to win it that way."
Okay, then.
So fair enough. Cut to the backstage area, and Robert Roode retreats to the parking lot with the 24/7 title and runs into R-Truth. And he begs R-Truth to please help him and hide him or do something. So R-Truth tells him to, there's a nearby car. R-Truth tells him to get in the trunk of the car.
Okay.
So Robert Roode gets in the trunk of the car, and R-Truth closes the trunk. And all the angry mob came running out, demanding to know where Robert Roode was. And R-Truth directed them around a corner, saying he ran around this way and went back in the building. So they all ran that way and went back in the building. And R-Truth then opened the trunk and let Robert Roode out, who was very appreciative for R-Truth's help. Robert Roode then went around to get inside the car, only to see there was a referee inside. R-Truth then grabbed Robert Roode, slammed his face into the car, and then rolled him up on the parking lot floor to win the 24/7 title.
Okay.
R-Truth then got into the driver's seat of the car and drove away.
Okay, then.
So your new 24/7 champion. I'm going to give Roode a promo because he did talk during this segment.
Okay.
So we'll give him a promo for that. And then R-Truth will get himself 20 points. Promo for talking and 20 points for winning the 24/7 title. It's in 58.
Yeah, because he only did one move, and that does not constitute an assault.
Yeah. All right. Somebody can't make the interesting point. This is actually the 10th title on the main roster.
Okay.
So he thinks that the title scene a little overcrowded, but he's willing to give it a shot.
I would tend to agree. You basically have 3 mid-card titles now, and you're telling me the mid-carders have nothing to do? Fuck you.
I would disagree. You have 2 mid-card titles. This is a below mid-card title.
Yeah, I suppose.
I would argue this is a low-card title. And that's fine. Let's see. Went to a commercial break after this, came back to what had been happening all night, yet another commercial for The Secret Life of Pets 2. They must have got paid a lot of money by Illumination to hawk that movie. Anyway, Rollins made his entrance, and it was announced, by the way, that this is a no disqualification tag team match play for our main event.
Okay.
So Seth Rollins came out and immediately got jumped by Baron Corbin on the ramp. Kofi Kingston ran out to make the save, but then Bobby Lashley ran out and attacked Kofi. They eventually beat each other's asses down the ramp and into the ring so they could start the match. Now, given there's no DQ, this is also inherently a tornado tag match, by the way.
Fair.
So Seth Rollins got beat up by the heels for a while. Oh, no, there actually is tagging. I apologize. They're just doing a lot of double teaming despite the tagging rule. My bad. Take that back. So Kofi tagged in, a leaping clothesline on Lashley, and then a boom drop. Went up top with a cross body block, got to 2 off it. Corbin broke the pin. Yeah, thank you. Can't make the same point. They're doing tags, which makes no sense in a no DQ match because the referee can't DQ them for not following the rule. Why would you bother following the rules? Fucking stupid.
Well, in the video game, when we do no DQ, we still have to tag.
Which makes no sense.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, the tagging is there, but if both guys got in the ring and started beating the shit out of dudes, I don't think the ref would count the illegal partner. We'll try that sometime.
All right.
Indeed. By the way, did you ever sit down with Tiff to get her made?
No, because her headset broke.
Ah, okay.
So I'm waiting for her to go buy a new headset so she can actually talk to me, and then we'll do it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, her headset broke, and then her internet died, remember?
I know. I didn't know if you had done it before that. You've been talking about it for like a month and a half.
I just talked to Tiff about it like last week.
Okay.
That was the first time I talked to her about it.
Anyway, Baron Corbin and Bobby Lashley whipped Kofi into the barricade, then threw Rollins into the barricade. Then we had a commercial break. Then we came back from the commercial, and Corbin hit a running punch on Rollins. Rollins countered, got some momentum with a sling blade. But when he tried to do a dive on Corbin, he got caught, and Corbin gave him a choke slam on the ring apron. Corbin then tossed some steel chairs on top of Seth Rollins, while Lashley hit a running shoulder tackle on Kingston. Corbin then hit Kofi with a choke slam, backbreaker, got a 2 off it. Seth Rollins then got back in the ring with a chair and hit Corbin and Lashley in the back with it. He then hit them with super kicks. He then set up for a curb stomp, but Lashley pulled him out of the ring. Lashley then got sent out of the ring by Kofi Kingston, and Rollins got back in and hit a suicide dive onto both of the heels. Kofi then went up top and hit the trust fall dive onto both heels. They got back in the ring. Kofi hit Baron Corbin with a Trouble in Paradise and got the win after 11 minutes.
Damn it.
Oh, ha, ha, ha. My guy won.
I mean, I still get 1 point, but still, fuck you.
Thank you, Kofi.
Fuck you, Kofi.
Hashtag wild card. Post-match, Bobby Lashley hit Kofi Kingston with a spear, then hit Seth Rollins with a spear. Rollins managed to recover and kick a chair that Lashley was holding. But then Brock Lesnar made his entrance with the Money in the Bank briefcase and Paul Heyman. He walked around the ring, but then got back to the ramp. And both Seth and Kofi had gotten their belts in their hands by this point. We're standing in the ring. Lesnar gave Heyman the briefcase to hold and teased like he was going to get in the ring, but then he didn't. Heyman then told Lesnar that that's okay. You're in their head. You're right where you want to be. You're in their head. You know what we should do? We should, they're already waiting all night. Let's wait. Let's come back next week and tell them who you're going to be challenging. Which Michael Cole incredulously replied, he's made us wait all night. Now we have to wait another week. So that was the end of the show. All right. So. All right. So we got 5 for a match and 3 for a specialty. And I realized I forgot to award the main event points because I'm an idiot.
You pulled a Tiff.
Yeah.
But I put him at the bottom though. Just let
Oh,
you know.
you added it down there. Okay, it's still in there then. Okay, never mind then.
I got your back.
Thanks. Anyway. Also, everybody's going to get additional assault points for brawling before the match started, so keep that in mind. And then I'll give one set to Lashley because he also did an assault post match. I'll just give him the moves for that.
Okay.
So let's start off. We'll start off with the Hoosers. Bobby Lashley is going to get the base 12, plus 1 point for a move during the match, which was a shoulder tackle. And then he gets, which is 13, plus 4 for an assault is 17, and 2 post-match spears is 19 points to Bobby Lashley.
Okay.
What's about 121?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Baron Corbin gets to base 12 and 5 moves, which includes 1 for a chokeslam, 1 for a chokeslam backbreaker, and 3 for use of a steel chair as a weapon. Is 17 points to Corbin, plus assault is 21. 33. And a top 10 for Corbin. And then we got ourselves the faces, the winners. We got Seth freaking Rollins gets base 12, 15 for being on the winning team, and 7 moves, including a sling blade, 3 for use of a chair, 2 super kicks, and a suicide dive. He has 34 points, plus 4 on the assault is 38 points to Seth freaking Rollins. Woohoo. I did it for you. Let's see here. 38, that'd be 99, and 8 is 307. And then your big winner, Kofi Kingston. Gets his base 12. He gets
Why'd
5
you
points.
do that?
What's that?
Why'd you do that?
Because it's not 25, it's 20.
But it's main event win points.
Which is why you have the 5 next to it.
Oh, okay. I thought
Isn't
that
it?
was his. Oh, yeah. Okay, gotcha.
I'm saying you wrote it.
No. Those are move points. No, it's 12 base, right? 5
Oh, I
moves,
see what you. Okay, no, you were right. Okay.
20. Yeah, what?
Yeah, see, I always separate out the main event win from the regular win. That's why I got confused. Sorry. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Bless my soul, Herc was on a roll. 20 points for winning, 5 for winning the main event. The base 12, and then 5 moves, which include a leaping clothesline, a boom drop, a diving crossbody. That's a trust dive, not a thrust dive.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I was, on a different track there for some
Clearly. Oh my.
Yeah, you're probably thinking of Ravishing Robert Roode's new move.
Anyway, leaping clothesline, boom drop, crossbody, the trust dive, and a trouble in paradise. It's got a grand total us out at, and you broke Reese. Good job, Jeff.
Well, I could have gone for a different superstar and just gone, "Hello, ladies."
I don't know if Reese remembers him.
Oh, I sure do.
Okay. Good old Chief Morley.
I mean, his finishing move was called the money shot. You could have called it the thrust dive.
Fair. Anyway, 42 points to Kofi Kingston and 4 on the assault is 46 points to Kofi. And 9 is 555. Bada bam.
Fuck you.
Yes. And then we'll give Brock Lesnar and Palmer Samini for showing up again.
Sure.
All right, there we go. So let's go over and check the scores. All right. What is so gosh darn funny?
I need to copy and paste,
Okay.
not try reading.
All right, so Jeff, you're back in the lead.
Yeah, until after SmackDown.
Yeah. You're at 28.69.
Okay.
I'm at 28.32 in second.
Yeah. You're going to be in the lead after SmackDown.
Tip is at 22.74. And Risa is at 19.56.
I've almost broken 2,000. Woohoo.
Yep. What the hell date was? Oh, I guess that'll be the 20th because it's the day after Money in the Bank. That would make sense. And then SDL and 205L. Okay. And back to the scores, 28.69 and 28.32. Okay. And 1956.
So is Reese going to be reading the SmackDown scores?
I don't know, Risa, do you want to read the SmackDown scores?
Um,
That way you can have more participation in tonight's show.
where are the SmackDown scores?
I will send them to you if you would like them.
Okay, I
Have
can
you
try.
gone through them yet, Jim?
I have not.
You might want to do that before you send it to her.
Okay, let me just check it over real quick. New Day, backstage.
Basically, what I do is I scroll down to the end and make sure Tiff didn't pull a Tiff.
Right. I've been checking it because she's been getting in this habit of just scoring whatever moves are there, whether they're moves or not.
Yeah. The other thing you need to score, because the one thing she's been doing, bring up the match list and make sure she scored everything. Because in the recent ones, she's missed like half the matches.
Fair enough.
No offense to Tiff, but yeah, honey, you've been missing like half the matches of the show.
It happens. Nobody's perfect.
True.
All right, so we got all that. That's probably fine. Got that. Got all that.
Oh, sorry.
Got this. And all that. She doesn't know how to spell Heyman. That's okay.
That's okay.
Okay. That.
2 words. Thrust dive. We can forgive that.
Okay then. Oh, there's like a giant gap in the middle of the show. Okay, that's weird. There we go. That match is back in there. Okay. And this. And that. At the end of the show. Okay, that's not. I think she's generally okay.
Cool.
Clothesline. Say, yeah, 4 for main event. Yeah. 4 for main event. Main win. Okay. I think we're okay.
Mm.
All right.
How are you sending it to me?
I'm going to send it to you on Skype.
Okay.
That's not what I want. How do I send a file? Here it is. Send file.
Oh. Well, that's handy.
Do you think I'm going to understand what she has? Because, we have different styles.
I think you'll be okay.
Okay.
It's pretty straightforward.
Okay. Download, accept. Or accept and then ask me
Did
again.
you want to also read the recap portion, or you still want me to do that?
Nope. I'll do the scores.
That's fair. I can respect that. Let's go over to the SmackDowns.
Okay, hold on. I'll tell you when I'm ready.
Okay.
Open. You son of a bitch.
And open.
There we go.
Open says me.
Okay.
Ha! Risa,
Oh.
you were meant to do this SmackDown.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in Providence.
Ah, see? That's like my future home. I love it there. You have no idea.
So you're gonna move to Providence and then just leave me all alone?
Of course not. You're coming with me.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So I got it open.
I'm only moving to Rhode Island if it's going to Quahog,
How come?
because that's the town in Family Guy.
Oh, I was afraid you would say that's the reason.
It's not even a real town.
I know. All right. So I got it open. Tell me when you want stuff.
I will let you know.
Okay.
Like, the promo stuff, even though it's there, I'll probably just do that myself as I'm going because it's easy. It's just the matches almost going on.
Okay. So what she does, she just lists all the promos first on top, and then she goes into the matches on the bottom.
No,
Oh,
it's
okay. Promos, matches. Promos,
it's in the
matches.
order. It's in the order of the show,
All right.
generally speaking. All right.
We're good.
Let me know if I'm reading this and there seems to be something missing from your sheet. Okay.
All right. Hold on. Let me just. I'm sorry. I got to do one more thing. I apologize.
Go ahead.
Or else, because. All right. So.
Or else.
Yeah. Seriously. Yeah. I'm just gonna do the half screen thing. Okay. There we go. Good. We're good.
Half screen thing?
Yeah, where you drag one thing to the side and then you drag one thing to the other side, and you can see like word and the video at the same time.
Oh, right. Okay. I don't do that much.
Oh, I do it all the time. I can't live without it.
Fair enough. Anyway, we open the show with Shane O'Mac. He's on the phone in his office, and Elias shows up and apologizes for what happened at Money in the Bank and complained about losing focus at Money in the Bank, saying that I put all my energy into my performance and I wasn't ready and blah, blah, blah. He said, I felt like I let you down, Shane. And, you and your family deserve better. And Shane, if it will help you, I will be in your corner at Super Showdown to try to help repay you. But Shane said that, well, he appreciated the gesture. He did not need help. But when Elias faces Roman Reigns later tonight, I will be in your corner because you obviously do.
Ouch.
He's a heel.
Apparently.
So Elias told Shane that he was going to go wait for Roman to arrive at the arena. So I'll promo to Shane and Elias.
Check.
All right.
You have to teach me how to score promos.
It's 5 points for everybody that talks.
Okay, thanks.
And anybody that doesn't talk, it's 3. Anyway, so the New Day came out to the stage. By the way, yeah, disregard the New Day points on the top of the opening of the segment because it's the same fucking segment. I don't know why she did it twice. So ignore the upper set of New Day promo points here.
Alrighty.
Get rid of that. It's one of those things where she was going to take the recap a little too literally.
Okay.
It happens. No big deal. Anyway, the New Day came out. Kofi and Xavier were on the stage, and it was announced that Kofi's going to have a match against Sami Zayn tonight. And Kofi said that this is a special night. And Xavier added that after 6 weeks, it's the return of Big E. And the fans cheered. Drum roll, please. And they brought out a person underneath a black sheet. So there, and then pulled the sheet off, and it was some other black dudes.
Okay.
And Kofi and Xavier were like, "What? You're not Big E. Who are you?" And Xavier's like, "You know," and he was much smaller. He's like, "You know, Big E, you look like Big E was left in the dryer. Get out of here. Get out of here." And Kofi's like, take the sheet with you. Don't leave a mess. Take the sheet with you. Get out of here. I don't know what that was about. Anyway, as we were saying, please welcome Big E. Oh, Providence! Don't you dare be sour! I don't remember what he said because he's only doing it himself, but I think he might have done the whole tag team champs and WWE champion thing anyway. I feel the power! It's a new day. Yes, it is. And Big E came out to the stage, very excited, throwing high fives and like pretend kisses at the audience. He had a very large black brace on his knee, but he was walking okay. Everybody celebrated. Good times were had. So the New Day made their way down to the ring, where the ring had been set up for a large welcome back Big E celebration, including banners, a ring mat, and trays and tables of pancakes. Kind of surprised there's this thing with the pancakes, because I feel like the Bootios were less expensive, but okay. Anyway, so they got in the ring, this big sign. They showed some highlights from Money in the Bank where Kofi retained his title. And then they got in the ring, and Big E was like, "Oh, it's so good to be back." And I was like, "Oh, you know, the sights, the sounds, the smells. Xavier, come here, let me smell you." Oh. And then he weirdly went to Kofi, and he wanted to sniff Kofi, and he asked to sniff the armpit. Kofi's like, "Dude, where's my armpit?" Like, and they went back and forth for a minute, and then he sniffed Kofi's armpit. It was weird. It was kind of weird. I don't know. It's Big E. Big E was in super weird mode tonight.
Apparently.
I said, "Now I miss my boys, and I miss all of you, the WWE Universe." And I was spoken now. Well, Big E's been gone. He's been taking over Twitter. You know, and Big E went to try to pull out a phone. He's like, "I'm gonna tweet right now. I'm gonna send a tweet right now." And he was like, "No, you can't have Becky's mom. She's taken."
Wow.
And Big E was like, "But I want her." And he said it like that too.
Wow.
But I want her. And Cody's like, guys, knock it off. Come on. I'm the champion. I'm the champion. They want me to be serious now. Stop. They want me to be serious. Let's do this. Now, Brock Lesnar is Mr. Money in the Bank. But once reminded us that Kofi is still the WWE champion. And Kofi said, tonight is not about that. Tonight is about Big E being back. This one led to the interruption by KO, who looked very, very depressed. He was followed up by Sami Zayn, who looked significantly less depressed. Because Sami Zayn. They got about halfway down the ramp and they paused, and Sami Zayn talked about what absolute nonsense this was, that Big E gets a giant party for being out 6 weeks while he was gone 9 months and he didn't get jack shit. And now Big E, Sammy's absolutely right. And Big E's like, Sammy's absolutely right. He didn't get anything. So, Sammy, we will give you exactly what Kevin Owens got at Money in the Bank. Nothing! They did like a barbershop quartet, like nothing. So that was fun. And Kevin Owens looked at a microphone like he was going to talk, but then he's just like, yeah, and he just dropped his microphone and left. So Kevin Owens very, very depressed. Sad Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn said Owens was distracted at Money in the Bank because he was worried about his best friend getting assaulted and hung upside down in the backstage area and not being able to compete in the Money in the Bank ladder match. That's why he lost.
Right.
This celebration out here is disgusting with your bootios and your pancakes and your hip swivels. People need to take accountability for the toxic culture they have created. And then they did a hilarious shtick where Sami Zayn attempted to continue his promo, and every time he spoke, Xavier Woods started playing the trombone.
Oh, he was out there with Francesca?
Yeah, Francesca. So he started playing the trombone every time Sami Zayn tried to speak. Like, no, I just say wah, wah. No, I just say wah, wah. Like that. And this eventually led to New Day Rock's chants. And Sami Zayn said, "Mark my words, your night is not going to end in fun. I'll beat you, Kofi, in front of your friends and all these trash people." And Kofi said, "Sam, don't let the smiles and pancakes fool you, because when they throw down, we throw down. And not only am I going to walk out on my own feet, but I'm going to walk right through you. Because New Day rocks. New Day rocks. New Day rocks."
He should have said Kofi rocks, but okay.
Well, Big E's the one that jumped in with the New Day rocks.
Yeah, Big E should have said, because Kofi rocks.
Yeah, well, they didn't, so,
You failed, Big E. You had one job. You're supposed to be the hype man for your friend. You're not supposed to hype yourself up, you selfish, arrogant prick. Some friend you are.
Hey, they are a team. He is allowed to hype them all up. They are all good.
Yeah, but that promo didn't call to hype them all up. Called to hype up Kofi.
Okay. So anyway, promo to the New Day and Sami Zayn.
And a mini TKO.
Yep. And Xavier. And Kofi. And the returning Big E. And a mini KO for being there and not saying anything. All right, so after all this, we went to the backstage area where we ran into Carmella. Carmella was walking backstage, and she bumped into Drake Maverick, who asked her if she had seen R-Truth. She said no, and Drake Maverick, from a stack in his hand, handed her an R-Truth missing poster.
Okay, then.
Which is pretty funny. Like lost R-Truth or some shit like that. It was pretty funny looking. Carmella then kept walking and bumped into Apollo Crews, who also was looking for R-Truth, saying that she didn't know where he was. And Apollo Crews was like, well, if you find him, tell him I'm looking for him. Because everybody's looking for him. He's 24/7 champion.
Yeah.
So she then found R-Truth, who was attempting to hide in plain sight by wearing a long blonde wig and a pair of sunglasses.
Okay, then.
And, Truth got confused because he explained that, guys been coming after me trying to get this title for 24 hours. Luckily, I only got 7 left.
Okay. Oh, ha! Funny.
He got confused on the mistaken premise that after 24 and 7, that he would just be the permanent champion.
Oh.
So Carmella corrected his, his mistaken thing, but she said that his cheap wig was not going to do it to hide him. And Truth complained that that's not a cheap wig; it was $12. And Truth asked for her help, and so she agreed, and they headed off. So promo to So let's see. Drake Maverick, Apollo Crews, R-Truth, and Carmella.
Mm.
In New York, $12 is cheap for a wig. Just saying.
They weren't in New York; they were in Rhode Island.
I'm just saying.
Okay. R-Truth and Carmella. And R-Truth. All right, next. Ali made his entrance, and they showed some clips of him at Money in the Bank, and Lesnar kind of screwing him out of that match.
Mm.
We then had a Super Showdown commercial where they hyped up the matches. So this program going to be as good as or exceed WrestleMania.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No,
it's
not.
Shit.
Commercial break. After the commercial break, we had Andrade's entrance with Zelina Vega. And Ali had a match against Andrade.
Mm.
Both guys were covered in kinesio tape after the Money in the Bank match.
Mm.
And Andrade did the tranquilo pose on the ropes. Ali charged, and Andrade crushed him with a clothesline. Went for a slam. Ali countered it with a reverse hurricanrana, spiked Andrade right on his head. Ali went to the middle rope, and Zelina Vega yelled at him to distract him. And then when he jumped off the ropes, Andrade drop-kicked him out of the air. Led to a commercial break. Match returned with Ali avoiding a charging attack and hitting a satellite DDT off the ropes. Whatever that means. Andrade rolled out to the floor, so Ali suicide dived him. Then hit a somersault dive over the top onto him on the floor again. Ali favored his back injury a lot, and then got back in. Andrade got in the ring first. Ali went to the apron, and Andrade hit a running shoulder tackle, and Ali went flying off the apron into the barricade. Ali got back in the ring. Andrade stomped and attacked the back, hit a couple of suplexes, then a body slam to the turnbuckle, then whipped Ali into a barricade outside the ring, drove him back first into the ring post, and just worked on Ali's back for a while. At one point, he was tossed over the barricade by the timekeeper's area and landed on the ground with a hard thud. Ali crawled his way to the apron as the referee's count reached 9 and just barely jumped in at the count of 10. I think just before the 10, I should say. Ali put Andrade's face against a turnbuckle, and he did an interesting maneuver here where he laid Andrade in the corner for that running double knee maneuver that he does. You know the move. And he paused for a minute after doing it while he was stepping back to go to do the move, and then took Ali and spun him around so his face was against the turnbuckle and the damaged back was exposed, and then hit the running double knee. Ali somehow kicked out of that, which led to Andrade picking Ali up for some kind of a slam, but Ali slid down into a cradle pin that got a 3 count out of nowhere. So Ali with a win. So good stuff. So, what do we got, Risa? Risa, you're muted, dear.
Okay. So, Zelina Vega gets 11 for accompaniment and interference.
Accurate. Okay.
All right. So, Andrade gets 5 for appearance, drop kick, running shoulder tackle, a couple suplexes, body slam, and a double knee attack. So that's 11 in total.
Okay. 174.
Okay, I get the fractions now. All right, cool. All right, so then
And the fractions is the move, is
get
the
it.
total points, and then the number of moves.
I got it. All right, so and then Ali will have 5 for the match, 20 for the win, and he got a couple moves with his. First he countered the slam. He did his reverse Hurricanrana. He evaded a charge. He did his satellite DDT, suicide dive, and a somersault dive. So the total for Ali is going to be 35.
35 to the man formerly known as Mustafa. 9 and 9 is 174. Okay. Coolio. We cut backstage where R-Truth and we see that Carmella has attempted to hide R-Truth by dressing him in drag. He's still wearing the blonde wig, but now he has makeup on and is wearing an outfit similar to something Carmella herself would wear. R-Truth said that isn't he missing something, and so Carmella handed him a bra, and R-Truth then complained, "Aren't you going to help me? I have trouble opening these." So she unhooked the bra and then handed it back to him. Oh, the comedy. Promo to Carmella and Truth.
They really couldn't think of anything to fill the show.
Nope. And then we got R-Truth.
Need we remind you, all these ideas are coming out of the brain of a 75-year-old white man.
Yep. I mean, this is the man who literally thought a great recurring segment was a club where he literally pulled down his pants and made people kiss his ass.
Oh. Yeah.
The always notorious Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass Club.
Oh my god.
Including the particular moment where he decided to make Trish Stratus strip to her bra and panties and then bark like a dog before doing that.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And she did?
Well, she did that. She stripped out her bra and panties and barked like a dog. She got close to kissing his ass before The Rock came out, was like, fuck no, and then beat the shit out of Vince.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Still pretty bad, though.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I mean, there's that. I mean, there's just a lot of horror. I mean, this is the man who thought it was a good idea to propose the idea when Stephanie was known to be pregnant with, obviously, Triple H's child, to run the storyline that the child was actually his and it was an incest storyline.
Oh.
Yeah. That got shut down. Stephanie wasn't having him, but he tried, and that's the point.
Gross. Okay, anywho.
Commercial break.
And we lost Jim.
I'm here.
Okay.
Anyway. So video package about Lars Sullivan causing destruction. And Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville made an entrance. And then Carmella came out with Truth in his drag attire. And Mandy Rose had a match against Carmella with Sonya and R-Truth at ringside. So this is supposed to be revenge for that temporary knee injury that Carmella suffered in the Money in the Bank match. It led to her being out of the match for a while.
Wah.
So anyway, Carmella tackled Mandy Rose with punches. Rose slid out of the ring. Carmella brought her back in the ring and hit her with a super kick. Brought Deville in the ring, which led to Mandy Rose getting a roll-up on Carmella for a 2 count. Carmella then super kicked her again. Then a bunch of guys came out and tried to attack R-Truth, so he took off. And Carmella jumped on his back, and he ran away with Carmella, resulting in this match ending in a no contest.
Now, this is going to sound silly, but I don't know why. This was one of the matches I looked at scoring, and I counted that as DeVille and R-Truth both were interfering in the match somehow. Does that not work because they didn't interfere themselves because someone else dragged them in? Or would it not be interference by them also?
No, that'd be interference.
Okay. All right.
Definitely.
So
No, DeVille definitely. R-Truth more questionably, but we'll allow it.
yeah. Okay. So we'll give. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Sonya Deville will get 11 for accompaniment and interference.
Okay, 11 to Sonya Deville. Where the hell is she? There we go. 80. Okay.
All right. R-Truth will get 11 for accompaniment and interference.
Okay, that's 79.
All right. So Carmella will get 5 for being there, 2 for moves, and 5 for no contest win. Lose nothing.
5 for no contest match ending.
12 altogether for Carmella.
Okay, that becomes 74.
And apparently Mandy didn't have any moves, so
Nope.
we'll give her
And
5 for the match and 5 for
no contest.
no contest.
Mandy
Match ending.
Rose. 94. Okay.
Mandy Rose.
Mandy Rose. Anyway, so R-Truth and Carmella ran into the crowd and then into a hallway. Byron commented that the R-Truth disguise did not work. We then cut to Bayley, who was interviewed by Kayla Braxton. Bayley said that at Money in the Bank, she created her opportunity and made it impossible for anybody to doubt her. And said that she has moved past the hugs and wants everybody in that locker room to bring their best.
Don't move past the hugs, Bayley. I put your hugs in my title.
Promo to Bayley. All right. Next, we cut backstage where R-Truth and Carmella are running through the backstage area. They ran into the female locker room where all the women screamed, and so they left. Because that's a classic Attitude Era thing to do in this kind of situation. A bunch of the wrestlers continued chasing after R-Truth, and they included the B Team, Matt Hardy, Akira Tozawa, Apollo Crews, the Brian Kendrick, Jinder Mahal, and Drake Maverick. They all ran past Sami Zayn, who just kind of looked at them and then went to the ring for his match. Again, we don't give points for people chasing each other around.
I'm surprised Sami didn't just turn around, haluva kick 1, 2, 3, take the belt, go out for his match.
You would think, but yeah.
Like, fuck it, second belt, boom.
And a haluva kick is generally dependent on presence of a turnbuckle to support the superstar, more likely a blue thunder bomb.
I could see that.
So yeah, that happened. And I like how it was pointed out that Jinder Mahal is now running around in this shtick, and 2 years ago he was the WWE champion. How the mighty fall. You know what? Let me just see something here. Where is... I'm just trying to check something. Okay. So I actually am going to give a 3 to all the guys here just because they do recur in several segments tonight. So we'll give 3 to these guys for being on TV.
You're the boss.
I am the boss. All right. B team. Curtis Axel. Wait, what did I just do? Hang on, I just fucked that up already.
Don't say already. You got this.
No, I definitely fucked that up. That should be 14, not 16. It's 3. Not 5, it's 3.
Glory.
Right. All right, who else is in this freaking match? This freaking segment, rather. Let's see, Matt Hardy. I'll do Akira Tozawa since I'm up here first. And Matt Hardy. And
Do you want me to tell you, or do you want?
no, I got it. Brian Kendrick and Jinder Mahal. The last two, because the other one's got promo earlier, so. And Jinder Mahal. Okay. Moving on. Elias was shown backstage playing his guitar, waiting for Roman Reigns to arrive. So no really points for that. Then Sami Zayn made his entrance, with everybody reminding us that he's here because the wild card rule is in effect. We saw a shot of Big E backstage with the New Day and all the New Day. And we see Big E is apparently on the ground injured. He's been beat up. And Xavier and Kofi and some referees are checking on him. And Big E manages to eke out the word Owens. So I guess Kevin Owens beat him up. So Kofi then went out for the match by himself and looked very angry because Big E got attacked. Sami Zayn was grinning about it. So the announcers theorized Sami Zayn knew that was going to happen. And Kofi Kingston then had a non-title match against Sami Zayn.
Say again.
Kofi Kingston then had a non-title match against Sami Zayn.
Oh, okay. You said Sami Zayn had one against Sami Zayn.
I did?
Yeah.
Oops.
No problem.
Did I say that, Jeff?
Sure, let's go with that.
Thanks. Asshole.
See, I took his side earlier. Now he's taking my side.
I'm going to bring Tiff back to take my side. Then we'll see how the numbers stack up.
Tiff, you hearing this?
Anyway, Kofi started out with punches. Sami bailed to the floor. Kofi had a clothesline. They got back in the ring. Zayn did a back body drop out to the floor, then whipped Kofi into the stairs, then did a mock celebration of the crowd. They got back in the ring, and Kofi hit a missile drop kick, and Zayn rolled out to the floor. After a commercial, Zayn hit a superplex off the top rope, and it was noted that Xavier Woods went with Big E to a local medical facility. Kofi then came back with a running forearm, leading to punches. Sami hit a running double foot stomp. Kofi hit a running double foot stomp to the chest of Zayn. Went for a trouble in paradise, but Sami avoided it. Sami tried for a blue thunder bomb, but Kofi avoided that and hit the trouble in paradise and put Sami Zayn down for a win. So that happened. Points, Risa, please.
So, question: are you allotting those promos for Big E got beat up and stuff?
Do minis.
Okay, so
They're
Xavier
Yeah.
gets a mini.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Big E gets a mini.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so match proper.
Yeah.
All right.
Hang
So
on.
Sami.
Just real quick. Hey, Jeff
Yes.
and Risa. Thought.
Yes.
Does Kevin Owens get assault points for an assault that he committed but was not on screen?
No, because it hasn't been proven he's the one that assaulted him. Even
Fair
though he
enough.
didn't count the word Owens, no one ever saw it.
Fair enough. Please continue, Risa.
Okay, I concur. All right, so Sami Zayn will get 5 for being in the match. 2 moves, including the back body drop and the superplex, as well as an evasion, for a total of 10 for Sami Zayn.
All right. What's a minute? 173.
All right. Kofi Kingston
Yes.
will get his 5 for being in the match, 20 for the win. 4 moves, including a clothesline, missile drop kick, running foot stomp, and Trouble in Paradise, as well as an invasion, for a total of 32 points for Kofi Kingston.
All right. 92. I'm actually going to give him 1 extra point because it was a mention of that double foot stomp, but it was fucked up. It said that Zayn double foot stomped Zayn, but it's clearly supposed to be Kofi double foot stomped Zayn, so
I
1
saw
extra
that,
point to
yeah.
Kofi.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't sure who did it.
Yeah. All right, so 593 for Kofi. Moving on. Paul Heyman then came out holding the Money in the Bank briefcase. And so Kofi was looking around nervously wondering if Brock Lesnar was there. He was not, but he did get jumped from behind by Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler out of nowhere. And Ziggler threw punches at him and beat him up. He took Kofi to the apron, drove the side of his head into the ring post. Then he stretched Kofi's body against the turnbuckles, whipped him into the announce table, then wrapped a steel chair around Kofi's head and stomped on it.
Mm.
Oh, sorry, and whipped his head into the announce table with the chair. Sorry. And after several minutes of this attack, the referees finally tried to break it up. Kofi was checked on by the medical personnel. Medical personnel, and I quote, which were really indie wrestlers because no doctor was going to have a haircut that bad. End quote. Ziggler then stomped on the chair that was around Kofi's head. Yeah, Ziggler left with a serious look on his face. So Kofi got stretchered out of the arena. But as they got to the top of the ramp, Kofi insisted on getting off the stretcher and walking out under his own power, which got cheers from the crowd.
No pain, no gain.
Yep. So that's Dolph Ziggler with an assault and a weapon use. Is 7. Jeff, does stomping on the chair around the neck constitute an OMG?
No, because that's just a weapon attack.
Fair enough. Then it's 7 points to Dolph.
Welcome to the board, Dolph.
Yep. Go Dolph.
Who has Dolph?
I have Dolph.
Oh.
And 5 for Heyman.
Well, fuck you.
3 for Heyman. He didn't talk.
Oh, my bad. 3 for Heyman.
3 for Paulus. All right, so after this, there was a commercial break. When we came back from the commercial break, there were some replays of the assault, and we were informed that Kofi was helped to the trainer's room and is being looked at. We then cut to Roman Reigns arriving in the parking lot. And as Roman Reigns is walking to the parking lot, we hear guitar music, and Roman then looks up and we see Elias sitting in a chair playing his guitar on top of a production truck.
Okay, then.
And he sang a song and ripped on Providence. Got some cheap heat. He said that Roman Reigns is jealous of my soul and my heart, so it's time to take the big dog for a walk. So, promo to Elias.
All right, then.
And a mini to Roman for being there. All right, we then cut to the ring where we had entrances for this evening's women's tag team match. Playa. Lacey Evans came out first here on the wildcard rule. Then Charlotte Flair, the now former SmackDown Women's Champion, who is, by the way, after that brief reign, a 9-time Women's Champion. Becky Lynch then was interviewed behind the curtain by Kayla Braxton and said that it doesn't feel right without her blue belt on her other shoulder, but if somebody has to walk around with it without beating her, she's glad it's Bayley, who also walked up holding her belt. And she was, looked at Becky and said that, no, I appreciate the thought, but, I've been thinking that, if it were ever to have an opportunity to go the other way, I would love to be Bayley 2 belts. So a little friendly trash talk back and forth between Becky and Bayley. So promo to Becky and Bayley. All right.
Oops. Well, all right then.
Oops. All right. So we then had the aforementioned women's tag team match play of Charlotte and Lacey versus Becky and Bayley. And Bayley started off throwing Charlotte Flair face first into the turnbuckle. Flair avoided a charge attack and kicked Bayley in the side of the head. Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Charlotte then avoided a corner charge and kicked Bayley in the back of her head to knock her down. Lacey Evans tagged in, applied a chin lock. Flair then came back in, and Bayley sent her out of the ring, but Charlotte tripped Bayley up on the apron. Lacey Evans then tagged in again and hit some kicks to the chest to Bayley. Charlotte then got back in and hit some chops. Bayley got hit with a clothesline from Charlotte, who rolled out of the ring again. And when she tried to trip up Becky Lynch, it didn't work, and Becky Lynch got a tag. A forearm off the apron onto Flair on the floor, then a drop kick and a jumping kick to the face. She then kicked Lacey Evans off the apron, hit a forearm off the middle ropes, and then a Bexploder suplex on Charlotte. Charlotte came back with a backbreaker, then sent Becky face first into the turnbuckle. Becky broke free, kicked both Evans and Flair, kicked Evans, but then got hit with a boot to the face by Flair. Lynch countered a figure 4 attempt with a kick to into the turnbuckle. Charlotte rolled through and got her hand on the ropes for a pin attempt. Becky then went for the armbar, but Lacey Evans dropped her with a woman's right to the face. Becky landed near the corner, so Bayley tagged in with a knee that knocked Lacey Evans out to the floor. Charlotte tried to figure 4 on Bayley, but Bayley countered into an inside cradle and got the pin. Though Charlotte did manage to kick out just after the 3 count. So a little too late. So, points? No.
Sorry. Okay. So Lacey Evans will get 5 for being in the match, plus 2 for moves, for a total of 7.
All right. What about 161? Next.
All right. Charlotte will get 5 for being in the match, 3 for innovation, and 4 moves for a total of 12.
All right. So that's 98. Puts her at 208. Next.
All right, Becky will get 5 for being in the match, 15 for being the teammate winner, 3 moves, and 1 counter. Will give her a total of 26.
What's her at 336?
And finally, Bailey will get 5 for being in the match, 20 for the win, 2 moves, and 1 counter. Will give her a total of 30.
All right, that becomes 342. Cool. Moving on. We come backstage where R-Truth and Carmella were still running through the backstage area. Jinder Mahal ran up to him and grabbed a roll-up on R-Truth with a nearby referee, but the B team jumped in and R-Truth kicked out of this. Then the B team come in and attacked R-Truth from behind, and Bo Dallas tried for a pin, but Curtis Axel pulled him off and went for one, and then they began arguing over who was going to pin R-Truth. R-Truth then jumped up and knocked both guys down and then ran away. So B team hindered by their own inability to work together.
So we have some assaults in this one.
And that is why they are the B team.
Pretty much.
I don't know, probably.
Yep, that would be assaults to Jinder Mahal and the B team and R-Truth. So all those guys.
I bet you Jinder wishes.
Don't slurp in our ear.
I bet you Jinder wishes he had the Singh brothers.
Probably.
But then again, after what happened on 205 Live, maybe not.
All right, so 10 goes to Jinder. And then we're going to have the B team. Bo Dallas gets 3. Oh, sorry, 4. 4 for assault and 4 to Curtis Axel is 23 for him. And then 4 to R-Truth. Okay. And Carmella was there, so she gets a mini. All right. Go to a commercial break. We get back from it to a video package about Goldberg, because he's going to be at the Super Showdown. Dolph Ziggler was walking backstage, and Sarah Schreiber approached him, asking him to explain his actions earlier. And Dolph said, I'm going to explain them. I'm going to do it in the ring. So Dolph Ziggler went to the ring. And he said, the crowd booed him. And he said, I don't blame you. If I was out here right now, I would boo me too. But you see, this all goes back to when Ali got hurt and Kofi Kingston stepped up and knocked it out of the park. And it should have been me. And Kofi jumped through hoop after hoop after hoop, and he ran the gauntlet. And after 11 long years of earning everything, he became an overnight success. And it should be me. And Kofi walked into the Elimination Chamber and walked out the other side, and it should have been me. And Kofi fought Daniel Bryan for the WWE title, and that should have been me. And he was very passionate about this. And Kofi, walked out with, with the WWE champion, and it should have been me. He's been a fighting champion, and fans admire him, and it should be me. That's why I did what I did, because I had no other choice. And he was practically crying as he cut this promo, mind you. At Super Showdown, I'm going to beat Kofi Kingston for the WWE title because I have to. I will become WWE champion, and then you will admire me, and you will expect me, and you will love me. It should be me. It's a really good promo. Promo to Dolph. I encourage you, if you get a chance, go to WWE's YouTube channel, watch that promo. And silence. Okay. Moving on.
Word up.
The Super Showdown matches were hyped. We saw a video package hyping up Hunter and Orton's history for their match at Super Showdown. We then had Shane McMahon come out. He introduced Elias, who walked out with his guitar. Went to a commercial break. We come back to Roman Reigns making his entrance. And we have this evening's main event, Roman Reigns versus Elias, with Shane McMahon in his corner. Reigns worked over Elias with some punches. He bailed to the floor. Reigns went after him with more punches than a drive-by. Roman then stared down Shane, which let Elias take over by kicking the ropes when Reigns was trying to get back in the ring. Referee didn't see it. And Elias hit a DDT, then whipped Reigns shoulder first into a ring post, which led to a commercial. The match continued with Roman working over Elias now with a clothesline and then the corner clotheslines, then a boot to the face. When Reigns set up in the corner, Shane grabbed his leg and Elias capitalized with a jumping knee. Reigns then shoved Elias into the turnbuckle, followed by more punches, then set him up on his shoulders and went for a Samoan drop, but Elias fought out and hit a spinning powerbomb for a 2. Reigns and Elias got into a slugfest, and Elias hit a knee to the face, and Reigns countered with a Superman punching out of 2 because Shane reached in and put Elias' foot on the bottom rope. Reigns then hit a drive-by on Shane on the apron. Elias then whipped Reigns into the ring posts and the stairs. Back in the ring, Elias came off the top with an elbow drop for a 2. Elias then proceeded to expose a turnbuckle. Shane then handed Elias a guitar. Shane then distracted Mike Chioda, but unfortunately, Reigns recovered and hit Elias with a spear and won the match.
All right.
That's about par for the course.
Yeah. Post-match, Shane got in the ring and attacked Roman Reigns with punches. When Shane attempted to hit him with the guitar, Reigns stopped him with a Superman punch. Then he grabbed the guitar. Then Drew McIntyre showed up from behind Reigns and connected with a Claymore kick. And Shane then held up Drew's hand as Graves said that Drew was Shane's new insurance policy. And they stood over a fallen Roman Reigns as the show ended.
Okay, then.
Points, Teresa.
Okay, gonna start with the match proper.
Okay.
So Shane will get 5 accompany points and 6 for interference for a total of 11.
Cool. 2 of 31.
Okay, so I have some points for Elias here, but just having scored some of Elias's matches, I'm gonna contest some of the points on here.
Okay.
So because to my knowledge, Elias doesn't have like a DDT and a jumping knee.
Probably right.
So I'm going to call that 2 for moves, and so okay. So 5 for being in the match, 4 for a main event match, an evasion, and 2 moves, for a total of 14 for Elias.
Okay, 14 to Elias. Cool.
All right, and
Yeah.
for Reigns, he will get 5 for being in the match, 4 for main event, 5 for main event win, 20 for match win, and then we got 7 moves for a total of 41 for Roman Reigns.
Okay, not bad at all. 40 puts him at 272. And post-match.
All right, so Shane gets 4 for an assault.
Okay.
Roman Reigns gets 1 for his Superman punch.
Okay.
Unless that's 5 for an assault and a punch. I don't know.
Nah, one move doesn't constitute an assault.
Okay, my bad. And Drew McIntyre gets 1 for his Claymore kick.
All right. Okay.
And I end my turn.
All right. So with that, we endeth the SmackDown. Let's check the scores. All right, at the end of the show, I am in the lead at 3,002.
Gold, yeah.
Jeff is in second at 2,877.
Yep.
Risa is at, sorry, not Risa, Tiff is at 2,376. Risa is at 2,108.
All right, Brooke 2000.
Yes.
Yeah, Kofi's your golden goose, dude. You're gonna win the season just because of him.
New Derox. New
Fuck you,
Derox.
Jim.
You let me draft him. You didn't have to.
Because I'm like some people, I'm not a dick.
Who are you calling a dick?
They say nobody was a dick this time, right?
Not this time around, but generally speaking, people make dick moves in the draft. It's usually not me because I usually don't do that.
Uh-huh.
I only do it when I'm provoked. Otherwise, I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. Like, I could have taken the New Day, but I didn't because I was like, no, that'd be kind of a dick move to Jim.
Yeah.
Now I kind of wish I'd have taken the New Day.
Yeah. All right. So,
all right,
yes. What's up?
4
For what?
4 hours of sleep. I'm gonna
Okay.
head out.
Oh, okay. Chat
Alright.
with you tomorrow.
Okay. Good night.
Enjoy. And let me know if you want to like do stuff tomorrow.
I do.
Okay. Well, we'll figure something out.
All right. Peace.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Adios.
Bye.
All right, Jeff, take over.
Too bad. 205 Live is pretty short, but so we start with a replay of Tony Nese versus Arya Daivari and Money in the Bank because we had to do that. And then we got to backstage where Kendrick wishes Akira Tozawa good luck on the main event, and Tozawa just does this Tozawa grin. They shake hands, and then they go to prepare for the match. So 3 points to Tozawa and Kendrick. Hello? Jim, hello? Jim? For fuck's sake. How are we supposed to score this if he's not doing the scoring?
I'm here. I had to go get water. Sorry.
You tell me to go score the thing and then you leave? What am I supposed to do?
I thought you were going to take longer than that to get to a point.
You know it always starts with a promo. That's what 205 Live does.
I thought you'd talk more about the promo. Okay.
Well, I told you exactly what happened in the promo. Kendrick walked in, said, good luck. Tozawa grinned. They shook hands, and they walked off to prepare for the match.
Fine.
So 3 points apiece. Because they're in the main event. Both
Okay.
of them.
Got it.
Then we go to our first of 2 matches. And the Singh brothers come out. And they're like, yeah, so we're supposed to have a match with the Lucha House Party tonight, but Lars Sullivan destroyed them 2 nights in a row, so they're not here because they're in a fucking hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So, ref, you're going to count to 10 and declare us the winners by forfeit.
Mm.
And the GM's music hits. DM the GM comes out and goes, no. You see...
You forgot about your other opponents.
Pretty much. He was like, you see, you are correct in that the Lucha House Party is not here. However, I have found suitable replacements in these gentlemen. Out come Jack Gallagher and Humberto Carrillo.
Ah, nice.
So we have Humberto Carrillo and Jack Gallagher versus 2 guys with no chance.
Okay.
Because Gallagher starts the match, and in short order, Gallagher grabs Sunil Singh, ties him into a modified full wins or not, except, you know how normally with the full wins or not, you tie him up, and they're like face down, and then you kick him in the ass?
Yeah.
Well, he does the wins or not, but except this time, he fully extends the legs and pulls it back almost into like kind of like a cloverleaf type position and sits on him.
Okay, then.
He's on his back, and then proceeds to turn around and look at Carrillo and proceeds to have a conversation with his tag team partner.
Ah.
While Samir is like, stop that, that's my brother! And Sunil's just screaming in pain because it's a fucking modified full wins or not.
Yeah.
And so Gallagher proceeds to sit there and talk to Carrillo for like a full minute. Be like, all right, so what do you want to do here? What's the plan? And they apparently come to a plan because Carrillo's like, you want to do that? Okay, we could do that, sure. And Gallagher's like, okay then. Proceeds to stand up, runs back against the ropes on his side of the ring. Carrillo blind tags in. Well, blind tags. Obviously, this was the plan they were discussing.
Yeah.
And they proceed to fuck Sunil up a lot.
Okay then.
Which I thought that was hilarious. It's like, I'm just going to sit here and talk to Humberto for a full minute.
Okay.
So there's some back and forth. The Singh brothers do get the upper hand at one point, but come on, it's Humberto and Jack.
Yep.
Basically, Humberto and Jack beat the shit out of them, and they do a double team. I think they do a double team.
Okay.
Yeah, they do a modified springboard arm drag where Humberto goes up for the arm drag and Jack reaches up and like launches him a little bit.
Nice.
And Jack, of course, doing some other submission moves. He does his classic wrist and fingers crank. He pulls out the single leg crab. And Humberto just doing a lot of springboard flippy lucha shit.
Nice.
And it ends with a tag combination of okay, I'm trying to remember what happened. So both the Singh brothers are in the ring. Fucking Jack tags in Humberto. And they knock the Singh brothers down. And then Jack backs up. One Singh brother is by one of the corners. The other one kind of stands up. Jack runs at him. Fucking gentleman headbutts him into oblivion. And then Humberto Aztec presses the other one into next Tuesday.
Asset press.
Aztec press.
Oh, Aztec.
That's his finishing move.
Cool.
Yeah, so your winner, Humberto Carrillo.
Fair enough. I'll make up for your SmackDown.
A little bit, not really. So, let's go to Sunil Singh.
Mm-hmm.
So 5 for the pre-match promo, 5 for the match, 2 for moves. The Bollywood double team, they did their double team maneuver and the double super kick. So all he's good for is double team moves. He literally has no move set apparently.
Yep.
Total of 12 points to Sunil Singh.
Okay, so that would be 53.
And his brother Samir Singh.
Yep.
5 for the promo, 5 for the match, 3 for moves for the Bollywood double team, the double super kick, and the one actual move in his own moveset, the Bollywood elbow drop.
Okay.
13 points to Samir Singh.
Okay, that becomes so that's 58. Okay.
And then Gentleman Jack Gallagher. With 5 for the match, 15 for being on the winning team, 7 for moves, the wrist and fingers crank. I'm not exactly sure what you call it, but it's his signature move.
Uh-huh.
The modified full Windsor knot. Double foot stomp, springboard arm drag double team, stalling vertical suplex, single leg crab, and that headbutt, or the gentleman's headbutt.
Yeah.
Total of 27 points to Gentleman Jack.
Okay, that becomes 67 and 7 is 74.
All right. And Humberto Carrillo, your winner.
Yes.
5 for being in the match, 20 for winning, 3 for evading a Bollywood elbow drop combo.
Okay.
5 for moves, including discus enziguri, springboard headbutt, springboard arm drag double team, apron kick, and the Aztec press.
Okay.
Total of 33 points to Humberto Carrillo.
Okay, that becomes 154. Cool.
All right. Then we cut backstage to Mike and Maria Kanellis, who cut a promo for the upcoming match, because Mike is also in that match, so 5 points to each of them.
Got it.
And then we cut to another part backstage to Oni Lorcan, who also cuts a promo for the upcoming match. So 5 points to Oni Lorcan.
How many people are in this match?
It's a fatal 5-way.
That'll do it. Is there some prize at stake for this match?
Potential number 1 contender.
Fair enough. Please continue.
Also, Vic Joseph with spiritual botch points for interrupting Oni's promo. Because at one point in the promo, Oni stops for dramatic effect, and I guess Vic thought it was over, so he started to say, that Fatal 5-Way coming up next. As he starts to say it, Oni goes back into the promo, and Vic's like, oh shit.
Oops.
Yeah.
Following in the footsteps of Michael Cole. Well done.
Pretty much. Well, he basically is the Michael Cole of 205 Live.
Hmm.
Yes, he's that bad. Anyway, let me go to our main event. Akira Tozawa versus Oni Lorcan versus Mike Kanellis versus the Brian Kendrick versus Arya Daivari in a Fatal 5-Way match.
Badass.
This was a fucking good match.
That sounds like a fucking good match.
So basically, shit happened. They're all cruiserweights. Shit got crazy. Akira wins.
Okay.
Yeah, just go watch the match. Like,
Wha-
it was basically a spot fest.
Were there any OMGs?
There was one.
Okay.
Oni Lorcan hit a double blockbuster.
Okay then.
I am wrong. There was two. The other one was Akira Tozawa, who hit a German suplex on the apron.
Ow.
Yeah, it looked like it hurt.
That sounds like it hurt. Who did he hit it on?
Mike Kanellis.
Fair enough. Points.
And yes, the friendship of Akira Tozawa and the Brian Kendrick did survive the Fatal 5-Way, even though the Brian Kendrick almost cost Akira Tozawa the match intentionally.
Oops.
Because he broke up the pin after a drop zone.
Ah.
And Tozawa was like, what the fuck? And Kendrick put it down. He's like, come on, we're still friends, right? We're still friends, right? And Akira's like, fuck you, and punches him in the face.
Ah.
But after he won, they shook hands. Akira was the first one to shake the hands, and Kendrick held his hand up and like applauded himself. So they're still best friends.
All right.
And Tony Nese was watching in a darkened room in the back, looking like the goddamn Batman.
Nice.
It's like, yes, you will all be my victims.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's start with Maria Kanellis, who gets 5 for accompaniment and 6 for interference, because of course she does. For a total of 11 points to Maria.
Of course.
And of course, I'll give you 3 guesses as to who she interfered on, and the first 2 don't count.
Right.
Because that's apparently the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's go over to her husband, since we're there. Go to Mike Kanellis.
Mm-hmm.
5 for a match, 3 for a specialty match, 4 for the main event. 4 moves, 2 super kicks, a spine buster, and his twisting cutter for a total of 16 points to Mike Kanellis.
Comes 76 and 6 is 82. All right.
Arya Daivari, who is now at the absolute bottom rung of the 205 Live ladder.
That's what happens. You lose a title match, you go to the back of the line.
He also cut his ear at some point because his right ear was covered in blood about 2/3 of the way through the match.
Ooh.
Yeah, something happened, and he had a red ear. So it's like, dude.
Yeah, that's not good.
So
I mean, it could have been worse. I'm sure it's nothing compared to the amount of blood pouring out of Dustin Rhodes' head onto his brother at AEW.
Fair.
Because there was blood all over Cody's chest. He was bleeding from his head. It was not pretty.
Apparently he was fine because he gave an interview afterwards.
He did. They bandaged him and he was okay, but it's still.
But you could see the cut on his head, but he was apparently fine.
Yeah.
But anyways, Arya Daivari, 5-4 promo because, of course, he's the one they interviewed beforehand, and the interviewer, I keep forgetting her name, newer interviewer, but
Sarah Shriver?
Yes, Sarah Shriver was basically like, so you got your ass kicked last night, or you got your ass kicked on Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
So yeah, 5 points for that. 5 points for the match, 3 for specialty, 4 for the main event. So that's a base of 12. 9 for countering a suicide dive and 2 drop zones. And 4 moves, a super kick, crossarm slam, Persian lion splash, and a hammerlock lariat. A total of 30 points to Arya Daivari.
And that's with the promo?
That is with the promo.
91, 201, 211.
Let's go to the man with a plan.
Yep. Spiky.
Base 12. 10 for countering a hammerlock lariat, half and half suplex, a twisting cutter, and a discus enziguri.
Nice.
So he literally countered everybody in the match.
Wait. What the hell's a discus enziguri?
The thing that Akira Tozawa does.
And...
The thing that looks basically it's a Trouble in Paradise.
Okay.
Yeah, that thing that he does. And 3 for moves, 2 captain's hooks, and a sliced bread number 2, which he hit on Akira Tozawa.
Oops.
On purpose. It was a counter move.
Okay.
Total of 25 points to the Brian Kendrick.
Okay. So 25, it goes 40, it goes 46.
Yep. Showing why he is the veteran, the wily veteran, literally countering every single one of his opponent's signature moves.
Yep.
Then we go to Oni Lorcan.
Oni Lorcan.
Who did all the work.
Of course.
So, base 12, 5 for the OMG double blockbuster. 25 move points because he did 16 open-handed chops because they fucking got into a chop battle in the middle of the match. And you don't do that against the man who has an open-handed chop for a signature move.
Yeah.
He did 5 American uppercuts because he was like basically Cesaro in this match, throwing out uppercuts like they were going out of style.
Okay.
2 blockbusters. He hit the half and half suplex once, and he did a tope suicida. Total of 42 points to Oni Lorcan.
Damn. It becomes 183. All right.
And your winner, Akira Tozawa. Base 12, 35 for winning the match, 3 for countering a hammerlock lariat, 5 for the OMG German on the apron, 10 moves, including the Tozawa driver, sucker punch, suicide dive, missile dropkick, 2 Germans, the Dragon Kid octopus hold, Shining Wizard, discus enziguri, and a drop zone. And after all that, he won off a cheap roll-up on Arya Daivari.
Of course.
Bloody ear and all.
Of course.
Total of 65 points to Akira Tozawa.
85 and 8 is 193.
And the final points of the evening. 3 points to Tony Nese for being the mysterious man in the dark cave watching a TV monitor.
Okay.
Yeah, because they constantly cut back to him, so.
Fair enough. There we go.
And that is your 205 Live.
Cut to next week's 205. So, Arya Daivari, you got your ass kicked in a fatal 5-way last week.
Probably.
All right. So over here. Let's go see what we got going on. Over to the points. Refresh the data. All right. In the lead at the end of this week is still me by about just under 100 points. Not even. 57, 87, 97, 07, 17, 27, 37. 82 points, actually.
Fair.
I'm at 30-39. Jeff is at 29-57. Tiff is at 24-34. And Reese is at 22-31.
Wow, there's 2 really close battles going on here.
Yep.
So, question for you while you're typing that up.
Okay.
For the Super Showdown.
Yep.
Are we going to be scoring the legends?
No.
Like Undertaker.
Undertaker's on my roster, so yes, but
Okay.
Other than him, not Goldberg.
Goldberg. Or any other legends that might come out of the woodwork for the prince who thinks it's 1985.
Oldberg.
Pretty much. Also, we have to deal with Bork and other people at the bottom of the roster.
Yeah, we'll contend with that. In the meantime, we will save this, and we will go to the leaderboards. Still at the top of your leaderboards at 593 points is still Kofi Kingston, your WWE champion and mine. With, let's see, that'd be 42, 142, 92, with a gap of 251 points.
Mm-hmm.
over the number 2 Bayley, the SmackDown Women's Champion, at 342. Right behind her is Becky One Belt, the Raw Women's Champion, at 336. Seth freaking Rollins, Universal Champion, has moved up a slot into number 4 at 307. The abs of 205 Live, Tony Nese, is still at number 5 despite not doing anything this week at 288. Big Dog Roman Reigns is right behind him at 273. Followed by a tie of both AJ Styles and Shane O'Mac, who are at 235 each. Followed by Baron Corbin at 233, and the Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor barely staying in there at 223 despite not appearing on television this week.
Mm.
Worth noting, if you discount that AJ Shane tie, then the one and only Ricochet would also make it into the top 10 at 219.
Man, Seth is the only reason I'm in second place right now.
Yeah, pretty much. Seth is the only thing holding your team up right now.
And thank God I got Baron Corbin. I had the foresight to grab Baron Corbin when no one else would take him.
Which was smart. That was a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your next tie, because you have that, and Ricochet's not too far behind. He's practically in the top 10.
Yeah, but they've started burying him now. They were pushing him, and now they're basically burying him. He's doing nothing. He's just a beat slut.
Yeah.
My next one after that is Oni Lorcan, who they
Yeah.
again. Those next two, those are the ones that should have been pushed to the moon and just got promptly buried.
Mm.
Because literally, how are you going to take Oni Lorcan and have him basically Cedric Alexander put him over on his farewell match, and then just immediately have him lose every match after that? It's like, really? That's kind of wrong. That to me is wrong.
Yeah.
Then I have the Usos because they're consistent.
Yep. Woos.
Oh,
Exactly. All right. Well, there you go, folks. That is the program. We'll save that up.
fight, X-Pound, fight. Fight, X-Pound, fight.
All right. So, Risa, thank you for having been here. Tiff, thank you for providing the SmackDown scores as always, and we hope to have you next week. Maybe you can hopefully your internet gets fixed. Jeff, thank you for being here as always.
Absolutely.
And we will call it a night there, and we will see you all next week for more shenanigans. Sometime this week, there will be at least one Starkid review, hopefully two. We are catching up on that this week.
Yes.
That is happening, so stay tuned for that. Otherwise, we'll see you next week per the usual. That's all we can do.